Good evening, and welcome to Big Z Sports' presentation of high school football. Tonight, the Kime Company, DAC Vitamins and Minerals, the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, and Right Mark Roofing presents the Indian Valley Braves hosting the Claymont Mustangs. Tonight's game is also brought to you by the First National Bank of Denison, TMK Valley Propane, and Wood Electric. Now, let's head to the Hartzler Quality Housing Mobile Studio for the best coverage of high school football with Big Z Sports.
It all comes down to this in the regular season in 2025. It's rivalry weekend, week 10. Good evening, everyone. Nick McWilliams, Shannon Thomas will be your broadcast crew for today as we get things kicked off on a Thursday. The Indian Valley Braves hosting the Claymont Mustangs in a good old-fashioned IVC clash. Shannon, I can think of no better way to kick off the week. We've got some high school football, obviously, on a Thursday night. Tomorrow, plenty of broadcasts going on as well. Love this time of year, postseason right around the corner, rivalry grudge matches out there. Doesn't get much better than this.
It absolutely doesn't. I mean, the weather has finally turned to football weather.
We got rained on a minute ago.
We got a little bit of rain. I mean, I keep telling everybody we need the rain, but the farmers could have used it a couple months ago. And
it's poor timing now.
Yeah, now it's just poor timing, Mother Nature. But you know what? She's going to try to throw a wrench into it. But I think it's all moved out for the night. And like you said, Thursday night football, and it's not on prime time. It's on Big Z Sports. It's on YouTube. And thanks to our great sponsors, you can either listen here on 99.9 or watch on YouTube. You know, if you're not here, you're going to miss out on a great atmosphere.
I don't know how you're not here because it's jam-packed again already, and we still have plenty of time before kickoff, and you still got plenty of time to file in, but we appreciate you tuning in, whether, like Shannon said, on the radio or on our YouTube channel. And speaking of all those sponsors, Shannon's going to have a litany of a list tonight to go through, and I'm going to laugh the entire time.
Yeah, because really, like, if you don't want to come down here because it's too cold, head over to Old Town Tavern. Go there.
He already got one of them out of the way.
Eat dinner. They'll have it on the screens there. We can't thank Dale and his staff enough. They've hosted 3 football teams for us this year in the Conotton Valley Rockets, New Cumberstown Trojans, and the Indian Valley Braves. He always opens his door to Big Z Sports, and we appreciate him and his staff.
Certainly do. The tail of the tape in this one, Indian Valley still undefeated. An undefeated streak goes all the way back to the regional rounds of 2023, and they would love to cap off another regular season with a perfect mark. Albeit this year it would be 9-0, not 10-0, but I think they'd still be happy with that regardless.
Yeah, we'll still go ahead and call it 10-0 since the other team didn't show up. But in the record book, it will say 9-0, and the Mustangs, they're also coming in here on a really good season, and they're happy with the way things are going down there. So it's going to be a great game between these two schools.
Last year in this matchup, it was 9-0 Indian Valley, 1-8 Claymont. This year, it is 6-2 Claymont and 8-0 Indian Valley. Which you want to talk about flipping the script? That's incredible.
Yeah, just like I said,
6-3. My bad. I think I said 6-2.
Yeah. Well, the Mustangs now, early predictions right now is they locked up a playoff spot. It don't come official till probably sometime Sunday. But like I said, Coach Buddy White and his staff has did a nice job down there. Got some things turned around, got things going the way they want. And Coach Lancaster and the Braves, they just continue to do what they do year in and year out. So, like you said, both programs are riding high right now.
It is going to be senior night here at Indian Valley. Of course, the last home game for the Braves. And what a senior class this is. We'll be highlighting a lot of them throughout the night. But the biggest name out there, if you're a Braves fan, have been following the past 4 years, senior running back in Grady Kinsey. We have talked about this throughout the season. But currently, sitting at this point, 9 away from tying, 10 away from breaking the career rushing touchdown mark in the state of Ohio, which is an incredible accomplishment if he can get there.
Yeah, and it's incredible if you look back at how many games that he never played past the first quarter, how many games he didn't play past halftime. And I'm not just talking this year. I'm talking last year. I'm talking the year before. Grady has missed a lot of minutes, and it's no fault to injuries or anything like that. It's just they don't believe in running the score up on people. So whenever the game is in hand, they pull their starters, get ready for the postseason. So if this was a team that padded stats, it's hard to tell what his records would look like.
You never would know, but we'll be keeping track of that tonight and, of course, heading into the postseason for Indian Valley. As a brief rundown, of course, this is a Thursday, so you didn't get your TMK Valley Propane Big Z Sports Show tonight. That'll be tomorrow just after 5 o'clock. The guys will be back in studio. Our full slate for tomorrow. the 122nd meeting. The Dover Crimson Tornadoes hosting the New Philadelphia Quakers, live from the Brick House from Crater Stadium. Going to be a fantastic night. You can catch that action at 100.9 WJER. That's the Dover Crew broadcast. And at WJER.com, we've got the New Philadelphia Crew broadcast. So 2 ways to enjoy the 122nd meeting.
Yeah, so if you're listening to it, don't think that somebody's sounding biased, because you just got to flip on to the right channel. They're going to try something a little different. That's going to be a cool thing. And that's one of those games. You throw records out the window when it comes to that game, because it's hard to tell what's going to happen tomorrow night, and I'm excited to see what happens.
And I think over the last, I want to say it's 7 seasons in this matchup, it's flipped back and forth. Win, loss. That's how it's went. So we don't know. We'll see what the trend goes with that one. We've also got you covered here tomorrow at 99.9 and on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel, a matchup that has grown into one heck of a rivalry out of the IVC. It is the Garraway Pirates and the Ridgewood Generals. That's got a lot of implications playoff-wise for both teams.
Yeah, that there could determine if you're going to have a home game or if you're going to have an away game. It's just going to be an outstanding atmosphere down in West Lafayette. And like I said, you can watch that game and be at another game if you want. Just take your cell phone with you. And
on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel, we've got you covered with 2 other broadcasts as well. The TCC Saints host the Strasburg Tigers. You and I will be heading to Art Tyner Field to wrap up the regular season. And we'll also have the Tusky Valley Trojans playing host to the Sandy Valley Cardinals. That's going to be, all of those are going to be fun matchups. Of course, everybody wants to round out the year with a win. With that in mind, both these teams in tonight's matchup, they've got a playoff spot wrapped up. Indian Valley's got a home game wrapped up. Claymont knows that they are likely going to be hitting the road. Even with a win tonight, they would still likely be hitting the road. With that in mind, though, I don't think there's going to be any drop in intensity. You don't need to have any extra motivation to play in a rivalry game.
No, that's just it. Some schools got to play for playoff spots and this and that. This is already locked up. Tonight, you're playing for State Route 36. I mean, that's bragging rights. Only a couple miles separate these two school districts, and actually Indian Valley School District is on each side of the Claymont School District, so you got to drive it to get to either side of the district. And it's just you don't want the enemy driving in your territory with bragging rights.
You certainly don't. Well, we're going to roll on with your Wood Electric pregame show as they continue with senior night festivities. Big congratulations to all seniors being recognized tonight, and in all the area school districts if they've got senior night going on out there in Z Country. Stick around. When we return, you're going to be hearing from head coaches. Head coach Buddy White for the Claymont Mustangs up first. Matt Lancaster for the Indian Valley Braves on the way. Your home for high school football is right here in Z Country.
If you're planning a major concrete project, you need the help of Stocker Concrete Company. From precast concrete products to ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals at Stocker Concrete can help you get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Janaden-Hutton, or call 740-254-4626.
TMK Valley Propane is embracing remote tank monitors. Are you tired of going outside to check your propane tank or forget to order your propane on time? TMK Valley Propane now provides reliable remote tank monitoring technology. Let TMK Valley Propane take the worry away, provide timely delivery, and never run out of propane again. Thank you for your trust in TMK Valley Propane.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
The certified public accountants at Niedenthal & Company believe in the value of relationships. Niedenthal & Company has been in business for over 50 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Niedenthal & Company can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop in to the Niedenthal facility on North Wooster Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Top Notch Auto on East Plum Alley in Janaden. Your one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, offering experienced staff that can handle just what you need to keep your vehicle running at its best. Top Notch Auto specializes in diagnostics with state-of-the-art diagnostics equipment. Whether your vehicle needs regular maintenance or major repairs, Top Notch Auto can handle all your vehicle needs. They also offer a large selection of tire brands, including Goodyear, Kelly, and Cooper, just to name a few. Find Top Notch Auto LLC on Facebook.
Cush Financial Group has been proudly serving the community's financial needs for over 35 years. The team at Cush Financial follows an industry-leading service model with a unique approach and fiduciary responsibilities associated with their board-certified financial planner. With over 75 years of combined experience, the advisors at Cush Financial Group are here to help you achieve your financial goals. Contact their office at 330-308-8700 or visit their website at cushfinancial.com to see about scheduling your free consultation today. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Independence Capital Company Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC.
Jeff Wallach, LLC, is a family-owned and operated company proudly serving greater Northeast Ohio and surrounding communities for over 25 years. We specialize in vinyl siding, replacement windows and doors, gutters, downspouts, and much more. We provide quality service regardless of the size or scope of the project. Our crews are reliable, respectful, and mindful of a safe work environment. Jeff Wallach, LLC is certified by the Better Business Bureau. Call today and discover how we can assist you in making your vision a reality.
Are you ready to make a difference in a young person's life? Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio has 88 children waiting for a mentor. As a mentor, you will spend as little as 4 hours a month with your little, guiding them, listening, and helping them discover their full potential. Your time and your kindness can change the course of their future. By becoming a Big, you're not just volunteering, you're defending the potential of a child, giving them an opportunity to dream big and reach higher. Visit www.bigs4kids.com to sign up and help us make sure that no child has to wait. Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio. Defend the potential and become a Big today.
Lindsay Adams State Farm takes pride in customer service, community involvement, and their professional knowledge in the products and services offered, providing protection to their customers in more ways than just their auto insurance by protecting you from encountering any unexpected occurrences, including your auto, home, income, and the loss of a loved one. At Lindsay Adams State Farm, you're more than a customer, you're part of their family. Learn more about what Lindsay and her agents can do for you by visiting lindsayadamsf.com. Ron's Heating and Cooling in Denison has been serving this great area since 1977. At Ron's, no matter what you need, they can handle it. From heating and cooling to standby Generac generators, water heaters, tankless water heaters, mobile home equipment, duct cleaning, and 24-hour no-heat service. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call 740-922-5252. Ron's Heating and Cooling proudly supports high school sports and would like to wish best of luck to all local athletes participating this season.
Welcome back to Janate and Hutton and your Wood Electric pregame show live here at 99.9 and on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. It is rivalry week, and we kick off Week 10 on a Thursday night as the Indian Valley Braves host the Claymont Mustangs. We go along the sidelines with the coach. This segment brought to you by Lindsay Adams State Farm Insurance Agency. Head coach Buddy White for the Claymont Mustangs. Coach, coming in here, it's obviously rivalry week. We know how much this week means, but you guys are already rather excited because for the first time since 1992, Claymont's heading back to the playoffs.
That is exciting, and I know the community is excited about it. The players are excited about it. You know, just got to keep reminding, hey, you know, we got a game tonight. You know, and it's a rivalry game. I know they're going to play hard, especially since they got a week off next week, so they can let their hair down a little bit. And you know, we had a good week of practice. You know, I'm excited just for the challenge. I just want to see how our kids are going to play. I said, you know, I told the kids that, you know, hey, let's do a dress rehearsal for next week. Let's get out there and let's play hard, you know, play solid football, don't miss tackles and no stupid penalties. And, you know, win or lose, we're in. But obviously, with the culture of our program, we expect to win every game we play.
Now, you know, it's not any secret or anything over the past few seasons for Claymont. Maybe coming into this game, it was a nothing-to-lose situation just because the season was kind of already a foregone conclusion, no postseason coming. Now it's the same idea, though, right? Still nothing to lose because you're already locked in, and I'm sure that's why you want to see some intensity out of the Mustangs tonight.
Oh, I definitely do. I really challenged them this week to, you know, this is our, like I said, this is going to be our dress rehearsal for the playoffs, you know, because there's no more bad teams to play. You know, we're going to play all good teams from this point on, and let's get used to, you know, focusing on the things that, you know, that we need to do well. That's blocking and tackling and executing our assignments, and I'm excited to see how the kids respond.
Now, last week when we saw you guys obviously coming up short against the Ridgewood Generals, however, there were some positive moments. You know, you had some really good defensive stands here and there. There were some moments on offense where you found some holes. With that in mind, that's some momentum rolling forward here.
Sure it is. And, you know, to compete because, you know, Garraway and Ridgewood and Indian Valley, you know, they're the class of our league. It's like Indy Valley's on top, and then there's Garraway and Ridgewood, and then there's us. And then, you know, the other two teams. Well, we used to be with the other two teams, you know, so we kind of separated from them, but we got some work to do to catch that next group. And, you know, and like I said, you know, I told Coach Slusher last week, I said, hey, you know, you guys got more layers of weightlifting than we do. We only got one layer. I said, next year we're going to have another layer, and we're going to compete even more because we have a lot of good kids coming back next year. And but don't sell that senior class short. They're the ones that built the foundation for this program. And I'm so excited for them that they get to experience going to the playoffs. Like we were 1-9 last year, you know, and, you know, missing 37 tackles a game, you know, so we got that down to single digits, you know, as an average, and just playing better football, have more experienced players this year. And, you know, I just want to see those guys go out there, play hard, play with their hearts, and, you know, the score takes care of itself.
And finally for you, Coach, last week we saw, you know, you had a pretty good balance overall in terms of pass plays and run plays. How key is that balance going to be against an always tough Indian Valley defense?
It's going to be key because, you know, like I said, when we get the ball, we better do something with it because Indian Valley don't punt very much, you know, and we recognize that. Looking at film of them, you know, and, you know, the bottom line is that teams have a hard time tackling those guys, you know, and so it's our turn. You know, let's see what we can do, see if we can tackle those guys, get them to punt the ball. We can get some stops and move the ball against them, stick it in the end zone, then, you know, there'll be a lot of positives that'll come out of this game.
Well, Coach, we always appreciate your time, and if we don't get to talk to you after the game, congrats on the Mustangs on a playoff berth, and good luck to them as well.
Thank you very much. We're excited, and, you know, can't wait for next week.
Head Coach Buddy White of the Claymont Mustangs, brought to you by Lindsay Adams State Farm Insurance Agency. Stay tuned. Indian Valley Head Coach Matt Lancaster is on the way.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
Hey, other guys' insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey, Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course.
At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
Hi, I'm Crystal, General Manager at Loudon Motors Ford. I invite you to stop in and feel the difference of shopping for your next vehicle with our friendly, non-commissioned sales staff, or the personal touch that you will receive from one of the last family-owned and operated dealerships for nearly 100 years. So my question for you is, when will you experience the crystal clear and loud and clear advantage right here in sunny Minerva, Ohio?
Technology shouldn't slow us down. It should move us forward. At Logivision Technologies, we've been helping local businesses for over 12 years on US 62 in Winesburg, solving tech problems and making everyday operations easier. And we're here with custom IT solutions that just simply work. At Logivision, it's people first. That means service with integrity, professionalism, and genuine care. Call 330-234-5025 for your free consultation today. Logivision Technologies, local IT, real solutions, people first.
Big moments are coming. Are you ready? If you need sponsor banners, graduation programs, or yard sale signs, the East Central Ohio Print Center has you covered. Visit ecoprintcenter.org. And if you've got a new driver in the house, East Central Ohio ESC offers flexible driver's education with in-car training and online options. Scholarships are available from signs to steering wheels. The East Central Ohio Educational Service Center is here to help. Find out more today online at ecoesc.org.
Newtown Mall provides you a one-stop shop for anything you need. You can shop the latest fashions at Kohl's, Maurice's, or Marshall's, get your sporting goods at Dunham's or Dick's Sporting Goods, or redo a room in your house at Ashley Furniture. Find all these stores and more for yourself and experience Newtown. Plus, you can sign up to be a Newtown Mall VIP and follow your favorite stores so you're the first to know sales, giveaways, events, and more. To sign up and to see all that's happening, visit newtownmall.com.
Want to stay warm in your vehicle this winter? Call the Remote Start Pros at Cartoons and Accessories in New Philly. With over 15,000 units installed over 18 years in the market, Cartoons in-car experts have the expertise to get the job done right. Cartoons carries a full assortment of remote starts that give you any desired range needed to warm up your car from anywhere. We also do diesel vehicles as well as standard shift vehicles. So don't delay. Call Cartoons today and schedule an appointment and stay warm all winter long. Cartoons at 517 West High Avenue in New Philly. 330-339-2006. Be there.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. For the past 30 years, the residents in and around Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff at McInturf Realty for buying and selling of residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of these communities, there is nothing better than high school football. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty at 330-364-SOLD.
Back with your Wood Electric pregame show live at 99.9 in the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. It's the kickoff to our broadcast schedule for Rivalry Week and Week 10. The Indian Valley Braves hosting the Claymont Mustangs as we go on the field and along the sideline with the coach, brought to you by Lindsay Adams State Farm Insurance Agency. Head coach Matt Lancaster for the Indian Valley Braves. Coach, perfect 8-0 to this point, but obviously whenever it comes to rivalry matchups, no matter what the records are, everyone just wants to walk away with the win, of course.
Oh, sure. A close rival like this, it's going to be a good game, and should have a great crowd out here for a playoff type atmosphere. And I know both communities are excited about it, and we're going to have to play really good. They've improved a lot in the past year, so they got a good team over there.
And I'm happy you mentioned that about the improvements that Claymont has made. It's not necessarily just reflected in the fact that they've got 6 wins coming into this contest. They're a team that a lot of other teams out of the IVC have said, hey, this is going to be a tough year. This is going to be something that we really have to focus on and really game plan and prep for them. Has that been the case for you guys whenever it comes to taking on the Mustangs?
Yeah, you can't. They're not a joke. They got a good football team over there. They're well coached, and they got athletes, on both sides of the ball, and they got size up front, and they're doing things right. So that's a credit to Coach White's, second year in his system, and they're starting to come around.
Now, whenever we're talking about Indian Valley's offense, we know you're going to want to run the ball, but we've seen a couple more wrinkles over the past few weeks, maybe a few other opportunities to pass the ball, and maybe just different looks that we're not used to seeing. Is that all with the idea of the postseason being right around the corner and always evolving?
Yeah, and some of those, part of the reason we've had to throw it the last couple weeks, we played Garraway and Ridgewood, and they're very good teams, and teams are going to focus on, shutting down one thing. You're going to leave other things open, and so Riker's a good quarterback, and we got some good receivers, and we've got pretty good balance amongst those receivers. We've got a number of guys that are over 200 yards, 4 of them, I think, receivers. So any one of them can do that job, and teams are going to load the box, and we'll take advantage of Riker and his arm.
Well, we know everybody around here and everyone statewide knows about Riker, knows about Grady Kinsey. There's been a pretty good evolution, as you mentioned, with some of those receivers. Colt James has really come into his own the past couple of weeks. Having that extra added weapon on the outside, that's just got to make your offensive staff smile, I'm sure.
Definitely, and it makes other teams have to prepare for it. When they see Colt make a play out there, or Reese make a play, or Rowan make a play, or Carson Hostetter is one of the fastest kids in the state. You got to cover all that stuff and tackle Grady. It makes it tough to defend.
Now, when it comes to game planning for Claymont, they can do a variety of different things, whether that's running it or passing it. Prepping to guard a 6'5" receiver, I know, is never a fun task either defensively.
Yeah, they got a lot of weapons offensively, and they do a lot of things offensively. You can't just focus on one thing. And so we don't really know what version of Claymont we're going to get tonight, because they've done a lot this year that we've seen on film. So I'm sure they'll have a game plan for what they want to do, and we'll just have to come out and be ready to adjust to it defensively. But I'm pleased with the way our defense has played this year. That's probably the area we've improved the most as a team from last season to this year is our defense. So it'll be a big challenge for them tonight, though.
And the last thing I have for you, Coach, we were just talking, I think the last time we had you guys on a broadcast, the winning streak dates all the way back to the regional rounds in 2023, but I'm sure that's not been the focus. It's just entering every week 0-0 and just focusing on getting the rivalry win and then moving towards the postseason.
We've never mentioned it once. That's one thing about a streak, you don't talk about it. So, we've never talked about it. Our focus is on going 1-0 each week, and that's what we're focused on doing again this week.
We always appreciate your time and good luck to the Braves.
Yep, thanks, Nick.
Head coach Matt Lancaster of the Indian Valley Braves, brought to you by Lindsay Adams State Farm Insurance Agency. Stay tuned. The night's opening kickoff is on the way here in Z Country.
Simona Bolteron is a global leader in plastics technology, manufacturing thermoplastic products for industries such as aircraft interior parts, medical device housings, wall coverings, general thermoforming, and many more. Simona Bolteron, a company like a friend, is proud to be a part of the community and wishes all local athletes good luck and have a great year. For more information, visit them online at bolteron.com. Simona Bolteron, 1 General Street, Newcomerstown.
Let the experts at Bear Carpet One in Sugar Creek help you pick out the right window treatment for you. Bear is now carrying Alta Window Fashions. Their cost-effective, made-in-America blinds and shades come in many styles. Honeycomb, roller shades, wood, faux wood, aluminum, and vertical blinds. Even custom shutters in many fabrics and materials. Alta blinds and shades can be automated through a remote, smartphone, or even voice. Come check out Bear's Alta display. Bear Carpet One, just off Route 39 in the Salzburg Plaza in Sugar Creek.
Stepping Stone Crafts and More, located on Macaulay Drive in Uricksville, has everything you need to decorate your home or office for any season throughout the year. Stepping Stone is filled wall to wall with handmade crafts, candles, and more. Plus, when the weather gets better, Stepping Stone expands their selection with a variety of outdoor decor. To see all they offer, stop by 1745 Water Street in Uricksville or find Stepping Stone Crafts and More on Facebook.
The Fraternal Order of Eagles is an international nonprofit organization uniting fraternally in the spirit of liberty, truth, justice, and equality to make human life more desirable by lessening its ills and promoting peace, prosperity, gladness, and hope. Locally, the Uricksville Eagles is a proud supporter of not only local school districts, but also local police and fire departments. To learn more about the Uricksville Eagles, they invite you to stop by and see how they are truly people helping people.
Looking for a team you can count on? Mustang Trucking in Uricksville is proud to keep America moving mile after mile. Family-owned and community-driven, Mustang Trucking stands behind the values of hard work, dedication, and teamwork, just like the Claymont Mustangs. Proud supporters of Claymont Athletics and the incredible student-athletes who give it their all on and off the field. From the road to the scoreboard, go Mustangs. Mustang Trucking, driven by pride, fueled by community.
Whether you're looking for a little extra income on the side or an exciting full-time career with endless potential for advancement, our local McDonald's has an opportunity for you. Flexible schedules, competitive pay, fun perks, and a supportive team environment are all part of the package. A job at McDonald's is one of a kind, just like you. Wherever you are in life, you can find a meaningful career at McDonald's, and it comes with a side of whatever makes you happy. Apply online at mcdonalds.com today.
Do you have property you'd like to have cleared? Do you know the value of standing timber? Well, Millwood Lumber in Chenaden-Hutton is a buyer of standing timber and land across Ohio. Millwood Lumber also offers 2 convenient ways of purchasing firewood. Pre-packaged bark-free firewood producing less creosote, ash, debris, and bugs, providing convenience for you. Or you can purchase bulk firewood by the truckload. Learn more about Millwood Lumber. Visit millwoodlumberinc.com.
Twin City Kids LLC is a state licensed daycare center that provides care for children 2.5 years old through 12. With their play-based learning environment, Twin City Kids before and after school care, preschool, and general child care. Learn more about the services offered to assist in your child care needs. You are asked to give Twin City Child Care a call at 330-340-6349. Or you can find Twin City Kids LLC on Facebook.
It certainly is rivalry week as week 10 of the high school football season is here, and a big thank you to Buddy White from Claymont and Matt Lancaster from Indian Valley for joining us in the pregame. Shannon, like I said earlier, both these teams, really nothing to lose at this point. You've got your postseason spot already secured. You're probably going to know if you're going to be playing, home or away. All that's kind of figured out. But you know what tonight's all about. It's about those bragging rights.
It's about those bragging rights, and it's about that win. Both of these programs are having a really good year, and they want to finish off Week 10 with a win.
They certainly do, and I know that high spirits here at Indian Valley for obvious reasons. It's been a long time since this team has found anything but victory, and for good reason. We say a two-headed monster, but let's be honest, it's 3, it's 4, it's 5, whatever it is on offense. They know that they can put up points in bunches, but it's been their defense this year that has grown so much, which is exactly what Coach Lancaster said. You and I have been incredibly surprised at how this Indian Valley defense has just completely shut down some opposing offenses.
Yeah, they might be small in general, but they fly to the ball good, and that's what you got to do. You got to get to the ball in bunches. You got to take the correct angles, and you got to team tackle, because sometimes you run into an athlete. He's kind of hard to bring down, so that's why you got to rely on your teammates making the right decisions.
On the other side of the coin for the Claymont Mustangs, what a turnaround it has been. Last year they finished the year 1-9, and head coach Buddy White said, hey, stick with me, stick with the program. Well, what was the old Philadelphia 76ers saying, trust the process? Clearly the proof is in the pudding. Sitting at 6 wins right now, can you imagine what the Twin Cities would be like if they could pull off a win tonight?
Oh, they would be ecstatic. Coach White said, I need a couple years. These kids got to buy into my program. So the first year was a learning curve. Year 2, they've bought in. They've made some changes. They did some things right. I know you don't want to look forward to year 3 because year 2 is still going on, but what an outstanding effort by a lot of those kids. And, they got a very stout defense too, so it's going to be interesting to see if they can do some things to Kinsey and Williams and those guys like that. Other schools have struggled a little bit, but I know that Mustang defense, we've watched them a few times this year, and they're pretty stingy themselves.
Well, that's what's kind of crazy is because you sit there and think about it. This is a Claymont team that, yes, fell to Ridgewood last week. Ridgewood had 230-ish yards as a team on the ground, so you're thinking, oh, boy, that's not very good. They had to run the ball like 40 times to get that.
Yeah, and that's a good learning curve for the Mustangs coming in. If you got to go against a running team 2 weeks in a row, hopefully you corrected those mistakes. They got some studs on defense, and one kid I'm looking forward to seeing if he can have another player of the game performance is Calvin Edwards, only a sophomore, and we watched him a couple times this year on that defensive end. He plays hard, and he's got some other players with him. So, like I said, that Mustang defense, they're going to have to rise tonight.
The Indian Valley faithful on their feet from Janayton Hutton as the Braves will come through their banner at midfield across the spear, and they are ready for this one. As first men through, Grady Kinsey, Rowan Pacine, and Brogan O'Connor, 3 names that are going to have a huge night here, of course, for the Braves as the Claymont Mustangs make their way out on the field as well. This is a Claymont team that's going to be taking on number 22 in the backfield, but they have to take on everybody. But we know that they've been keying on in film on Kinsey, but this is a Claymont team that's not going to back down from that challenge.
No, and if you're the Mustangs, the first thing you got to do is you got to read your keys. You got to watch what the linemen are doing. You got to watch what the quarterback's doing, and you got to try to kind of predict. You don't really want to gamble, but in this case, when you got a guy like him that can run the ball on a quarterback, you kind of got to gamble and hope you read your keys right. And the thing is, don't try to arm tackle him. You're going to have to take him straight on, and you're going to have to hopefully slow him down to get some help. Because let's be honest, everybody in the state has tried it last year, and everybody failed. Everybody's already tried it this year. You're not going to hit him with just an arm and take him down.
Well, and even when you put 8 in the box, we've seen it this year, that you get burned one way or another, and it's just incredible to watch how Indian Valley's been able to kind of balance that out. We know that Kinsey, with all the carries, is going to be somebody you got to keep an eye on, of course, but Williams has got the wheels. He hasn't had to use them near as much this year. He's been throwing the ball incredibly well these last few weeks, and defenses are going to have to take notice of that, and I'm sure the Mustangs were doing that in their film sessions this week.
Oh, and that's just it. If you're the Mustangs, you got to read your keys right, but if you're the defensive backs, you can't jump on the first play fake thinking it's going to be a run because, like you said, Williams has been airing it out a little bit. Him and Colt James has been hooking up pretty good the last couple games, and they can easily drop one over your head.
Not just that, Reese St. Clair, too, whether it's out of the backfield or at wide receiver, has been another force that in recent weeks we've really seen come into his own as well. It will be Indian Valley who will kick it off deep to Claymont to start things off as Colt James trots the kick team out onto the field. Thanks for tuning in with the Wood Electric pregame show, and I want to give a big thank you and a shout-out to all the members of Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications here we've got about as packed of a house as we could possibly have, but that's kind of what happens when it's a Thursday night kickoff.
Yeah, it gets pretty packed, and it's going to be interesting here to see what the Mustangs can do with the ball first. You know, Searcy and McMorrow didn't take – I don't know if he took any offensive snaps last week, so hopefully McMorrow's back in the mix. Mason Bailey, Brady Fox, and then their quarterback Carson Golick. They're going to have to get help from their offensive line to see if that Mustangs offense can get going against this Braves defense.
Two men will go back deep for the Claymont Mustangs. It's Javon Searcy and Jackson Jinks as it's almost time for the Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff. It is Week 10. Rivalry Week is here in Z Country, and thanks for being with us. James has it teed up. His right leg's into it, a line drive, and we are underway from Janaton. Off of one hop, it'll go into the hands of Jinks at his own 8. He'll look for the right sideline. Is drawn out to the 20. Ankle tackle there, and a whole bunch of Braves come in to take him down at about the 21-yard line. So that's where Claymont will take over. A little skip of a kickoff there, and Jinks kind of fielded it like a shortstop.
Yeah, he did a nice field net and getting it able to return it. It looked like T.C. Cannon was the one that was able to get down there and get on his leg and hold him up till the rest of the Braves defense got there.
T.C. Cannon coming in relief last week in the second half. I believe his first varsity touchdown he got for this Braves team. Claymont will come out on offense. They've got the road whites, white tops, white pants, Indian Valley, red tops, red pants. As the Mustangs will go to work on offense here from Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. They're going to go with a single back formation. It's Braylon Mullen who will line up as the lone running back. Into the hands of Carson Golick. It's a reverse. It's into the hands of Searcy. He looks for room on the left side. He runs out of room, and he is swarmed, and that's going to be a loss of 2 as Searcy in a little trickeration early on doesn't pay off.
Yeah, they tried to do a little misread right there and give it to Searcy around the side, but the Braves defense read their keys, and they was able to get over there and stop him. Looked like for about a 2-yard loss.
We heard from Coach Buddy White in the pregame that they were not going to be afraid to keep the ball on the ground. They know how good this Indian Valley front seven can be, or the in the box, how good they can be. They said if they have to run it and keep it on the ground all night, they will. And there you go as they come out in the wishbone this time. 3 running backs behind Golick as he'll turn and hand it off. It's Mullen Moose straight up the middle as he will fall forward and go up to about the 24-yard line. Give him a pickup that time of about 5, but it brings up 3rd down and long.
Yeah, nice job. He kept his feet moving right there and was able to get a push, and the offensive line got a little bit of a push for him. And like I said, he just kept those legs churning and was able to churn out 5. But after that first down loss, now it's going to be 3rd and 5.
Mullen wearing number 68 because he is also appearing on the offensive line at times, usually wearing number 49. Mustangs quickly out of the huddle. They'll go wishbone again, and it looks like we have an administrative timeout. Not sure what the issue is there as they need to reset the play clock. We'll get that straightened away, and they'll want to reset it again. Have to start that on the whistles, on the official's whistle, as we're ready to go now.
So actually, it's 3rd and 7. I forgot about the first down where they lost 2 yards. So
it looks like they're going to go one wide receiver out here wide to the left on the Claymont sideline in Jinks. It's wishbone again as Golick's going to go under center. 3 running backs in the backfield. Golick will fake the handoff, and now he'll give it off to another running back in Searcy, and there's absolutely nowhere to go as he goes straight up into the line of scrimmage. Maybe fell forward for a yard, and quickly 4th down now for the Mustangs.
Yeah, it looked like big 75, Brogan Wilson led the charge right there to get in there and kind of fill that hole, and everybody else able to slant over and help make the tackle.
Take it back. It was actually Easton Hersey who had the carry that time, and we have some more play clock or game clock issues that they will try to get straightened away. It's going to be punt time already for the Mustangs. They will put 2 men back deep for the Braves. Officially, it was a 2-yard pickup for Hersey.
I believe Nolan McMorrow is the punter for the Mustangs.
Certainly is McMorrow, and we know from what we saw from last week, he does have a big leg as he can put it back deep. Returners in Reese St. Clair out there for Indian Valley closest to us, and whistles again.
Yeah, the play clock didn't start, so then they stopped it. Now they're going again here. I think they're just having troubles with the...
Well, it's chilly out. Could be cold fingers or not operating the clock correctly. St. Clair will be near side, closest to us. Far side looks like it's Rowan Passine, your punt returners.
You got to watch with Nolan McMorrow back there. I wouldn't think they would gamble right now, but he's a special athlete, and they could try to pull a fake.
4th down and 5, and as McMorrow's back and ready, take the snap, and he'll boot it away. A line drive, they'll go towards the Claymont sideline, and it will bounce out of bounds. Kind of went off the side of the foot of McMorrow, and now Indian Valley's going to start off in plus territory. We'll see where they mark it off officially. It's going to be past the 50-yard line, though, for sure.
Going to be right at the 49.
See? I was right by a single yard. Indian Valley's offense will come out led by junior quarterback Riker Williams, senior running back Grady Kinsey. This is a dynamic offense this year that's shown a couple extra wrinkles over the past few weeks, ones we haven't seen necessarily this year.
Yeah, and then you start confusing people. They start watching your game film and seeing some different things. They got to prepare for that.
They'll go 1 by 2 out of the pistol as Kinsey lines up behind Williams. 2 wide receivers to his right. Motion man out of the slot from right to left is St. Clair. Fake to him. Kinsey straight up the gut. He'll run into the linebackers, and he gets dropped there at the 46-yard line. So only a 3-yard gain there on first down. Actually make it 4. Didn't see who made the tackle for Claymont.
It looked like it was Brody Cameron, number 56, was the one that was able to get in there and get him first.
Big task on this Claymont defensive line's hands. And it looks like Williams is going to quickly get the play call in. Indian Valley will break the huddle. Quickly under center out of the I for him is Williams. He'll turn and hand it off. Kinsey cutback, and he runs right into Ethan Fair, who's dragging him, but he is still going to fall forward for a pickup of 2. But there it brings up third down. 2 straight good defensive stands there for Claymont.
Yeah, well, we said earlier, that Mustang defense has been stingy this year. They're getting all pumped up right now.
Third down and medium. Williams gets the play call in. It's also the time of year, you talked about confusing people on film. Sometimes you don't want to put too much forward on film either. Still, at the end of the day, you want to bring home the win. Kellen Coates checks in as tight end, 2 wide receivers to the right side. Go with a heavy backfield as Williams has both Barr and Kinsey with him. Hard count there. Couldn't get anybody to jump. It will be a screen out to the right side into the hands of the receiver and Hostetler, who will fall forward to the 35-yard line. Pick up that time of 9 out on the outside, and they got into the hands of the speedster.
Yeah,
Actually, that was Colt James, I believe, out on the outside.
I'm not sure who it was for the Mustangs. They read the play perfect. They come in to try to get the Hostetler, but then any Valley player was able to get a block out there, and that kind of sprung Hostetler free.
Colt James on the reception, my bad. Colt could say that's a compliment to him if I think he's running as fast as Hostetler does. Pitch play. Kinsey, left side. He is grabbed by the defensive end and ridden down there. It was Nolan McMorrow, the linebacker, who grabbed a hold of him. He was getting blocked and still somehow made the one-arm tackle, pickup of just 2.
Yeah, like I said, McMorrow is a special athlete for Indian Valley. He plays a lot of defense. They kind of limited him on offense a little bit, and I think tonight they're going to have to get him involved in the offensive game plan.
Certainly will. We did not see him with an offensive touch last week. They'll go 2 by 1. Hostetler ISO'd out to the right by himself. Williams in the shotgun. Kinsey lines up as a fullback in front of him in the formation. St. Clair will motion from left to right. Fake the jet sweep. Williams direct read up the middle, and he'll go right into the heart of the safety as he'll go at the 25-yard line, an 8-yard pickup. That looks like it's enough for a First Federal Community Bank first down.
Yeah, that's one of those things right there where you're loaded and you're waiting for Kinsey, and Kinsey comes through as the lead blocker, and Williams racks up the yards on you.
Williams, a very, very quick first step, kind of a deceptive first step. He doesn't look like he's running as fast as he is, but what do you always say about the fastest runners?
Fastest guys always look like they're in slow motion.
Braves break the huddle ball at the 25-yard line of Claymont. No score, 7.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. They'll now line up Kinsey as the quarterback. He'll read it off the right side. 2 lead blocks from him. Broken tackle in the second level. Stiffs arms the safety. Still up on his feet, dragging the defender up to the 10-yard line. And a 15-yard carry there for Kinsey. And it looks like the ball might have come out. Claymont is up and celebrating. I have not seen a whistle yet, and there it is as Kinsey lost it, and Claymont recovers. A huge turnover to start the game.
That's big. Kinsey was fighting for extra yards right there and kind of got his arm away from his body, and they knocked the ball out.
A big forced fumble there for the Mustangs as they'll take over in their own territory at the 10-yard line. It was a 15-yard carry for Kinsey, and when he was held up, I don't know who wrestled it away, but what a job there. And if you were Claymont, that is exactly how you wanted to dial up the first defensive drive.
Yeah, your defense just come in and got the ball back for you after your offense struggled a little bit. Now their offense needs to put a drive together right here.
So the Mustangs will come back out on offense after their early 3-and-out. Might have been Nolan McMorrow, who's a player who ripped it away. We'll go back and check on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel following today's game, as you can find that out. Claymont's going to go under center again here with Golick. He'll turn. He'll fake it to Mullen. Back to pass. Looks to the left side. Throwing up the jump ball as it's going to be single coverage down that sideline. Jackson Jinks goes up for it, but it was knocked away at the last second. It was Carson Hostetler who was stride for stride with Jinks. I think the Claymont sideline might have wanted a flag for some contact. Hostetler actually just pulled his left arm up and punched it out of the hands of Jinks.
Yeah, Hostetler kind of never really looked back towards the ball. He tried to stay with him all the way, and he almost got himself in trouble.
It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. That's a perfect time to dial up a home run shot after getting that quick change situation from your defense. We've said this before about Golick. Really nice arm back there out of the pocket. He'll go under center again. Braylon Mullen will be your lone running back. They'll go with two wings either side. ISO a wide receiver to the right, and Jinx. Motion man from right to left. It's Searcy. Searcy's got a lot of trouble in the backfield. Tries to spin out of a tackle, and he is taken down at about the 10-yard line, so it looks like he maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they just did a nice job right there on the short side of the field. The Braves defense kind of, everybody slanted that way when he went that way, and they just closed off all lanes.
So now 3rd down and 10, Claymont. Bunch of substitutions as they'll sub out a couple different players and bring in possibly a different look and a different formation. Looks like Dawson Matzel, the junior wide receiver, will come in for the first time. Now they're going to spread things out. They'll go 2 by 3. Actually, take it back, 1 by 4 instead, as Golick will be back in the backfield by himself in a shotgun. Whistles and a timeout for the Mustangs. It's brought to you by the Cush Financial Group. Big Z Sports is back after this.
Kinsey Excavating and Trucking is a family-owned and operated business in New Philadelphia. KET is a general contractor. They provide services to commercial and municipal clients. They employ local union operators and laborers. KET is dedicated to providing outstanding work using the latest technology and employing local individuals to positively impact Tuscarawas County and the surrounding area. Kinsey Excavating and Trucking proudly supports the Indian Valley Local School District and wishes all area athletes, musicians, artists, and students a successful season.
Hungry? Swing by Tusky Deli, right in the heart of Tusky. They have the lowest prices on deli meats and cheeses, a fully stocked freezer and cold food section, and delicious grab-and-go sandwiches, wraps, salads, and more. And now, every Friday, they are firing up their brand new pizza oven for made-to-order pizzas that are hot, fresh, and unforgettable. Stop in, stock up, and taste the savings. Check out everything they offer by finding the Tusky Deli on Facebook. Tusky Deli, local, fresh, affordable.
Claymont goes 1 by 4 and tries to pass to the middle of the field. Matzel in and out of the hands around the first down marker, and it'll bring up 4th down and another quick 3 and out there. As you see on the Ron's Heating and Cooling replay on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel, Golick got under center, fired it to the middle. Indian Valley did have a defender right on his back. Matzel was going to have to make a move to get the first, but it was too hot to handle and too high.
Yeah, and we'll see how this plays out for the quarterbacks now as they have turned the play clocks off because they were having too many problems with them.
So it will go on the referee's count. It will be McMorrow to punt it away from his own end zone. Another line drive punt. That's come up and fielded by, looks like it's Pacine on the right side. He's got a lane from the 40. Now he's at the 30 left side. Goes down the sideline. Big block by Williams. 10-5 and knocked out of bounds. Rowan Pacine goes all the way to the 5-yard line. What a block thrown by Williams.
And Williams did the nice block, and he did it the legal way. He didn't come in there and get called for a crackback block. He kind of just set up and let the defender run into him, and he did a nice job, like you said, and Pacine did a nice job out running the special teams for the Mustangs and getting down the sideline.
They mark it at the 6-yard line, about as short of a field as you can have to start off an offensive drive. Indian Valley will bring Bradley Barr into the backfield in the pistol set. Now they'll motion Kinsey up as a tight end on the left side of the line. It's a shotgun with Williams and Barr. Direct read, left side. Barr, lead block. Williams leaps over top of the safety. He'll dive into the end zone for 6. Riker Williams goes over top the safety from 6 yards out, and the Braves have the 6-0 lead.
What a block by Kinsey lining up at tight end there, and he hit one guy, knocked him into the other guy, and as they both fell, Williams just decided to dive over top of him.
Well, we just said in the pregame, Shannon, that Riker Williams hasn't had to go too deep into the bag of tricks in terms of the run game this season, but he showed off. He's still got plenty of wheels, does the junior quarterback. Extra point attempt upcoming from Colt James. Good snap, good hold. James is through it, and it is going to go through. 7-0 Indian Valley leads. Big Z Sports is back right after this.
USP Sandblasting and Painting specializes in sandblasting, painting, high-quality graphics, decals, banners, and signs. Whether you have a one-time job or a company that needs multiple graphics, USP provides their design services to create the attention-grabbing designs tailored to fit your needs. For 38 years, USP has provided their customers with high-quality sandblasting and painting services. To hear all USP Sandblasting and Painting has to offer, call 740-254-9061.
When you think pizza, think Amici's Pizza with locations in West Lafayette and Chinaden-Hutton. Amici's Pizza offers you your favorite traditional pizzas, as well as specialty pizzas, subs, wings, and salads. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. There's just something different about a pizza from Amici's. Try one today in West Lafayette or Janaden-Hutton. Big city taste for a small city price. Learn more. Find Amici's on Facebook.
Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. 7-0, Indian Valley leads over Claymont. 6:08 to go in the first quarter. It's a Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff, and Shannon for Riker Williams from 6 yards out. Saw the hit from the safety coming, and he realized exactly where he needed to go, which was up and over.
Yeah, he did a nice job finding the hole and getting in.
James kicks it off deep. It'll be Jenks who fields it at his own 10-yard line. He'll look for room straight up the middle. Now tries to cut left side. He'll run into a tackler and falls down at the 27-yard line. Pretty good return there for Jenks, and here comes the Claymont offense. They've had back-to-back 3-and-outs. You know that's something that Coach White is not going to be happy about.
Now, like I said, the offense has kind of been a little bit of a struggle for the Mustangs this year as their defense has kept them in it. So, like I said, the offense has got to put a drive together.
Looks like they'll actually officially mark the ball at the 28-yard line. Braves defense will come out. Caden Riggs on the line, as well as Brogan Wilson and Riker Williams. Your 3-down linemen. Oh, one extra one out there. Can't tell who it is. Might be Bradley Barr. Nope, take it back. It's Brogan O'Connor on the near side closest to us. So now Claymont will go with a shotgun. Golick has Searcy in the backfield with him. Motion man from left to right. They'll turn. They'll play fake. Tries to throw in the middle of the field. In and out of the hands of the receiver on that quick slant as he had Parker Haney coming over the middle. He was open. Haney couldn't corral it.
Yeah, I think Haney was kind of looking, got his eyes downfield a little bit, and the ball got past him, but he had all kinds of green turf in front of him.
Well, on top of that, too, we had a little bit of rain come in. It's getting colder, so there's more dampness in the air. Some of these players really haven't dealt with that this year because we haven't had a bunch of rain this year.
And I'm sure the turf might still be a little bit damp, so every time that ball hits the turf, it gets a little wet. It looks like it's got a little shine to it down there.
2-by-2 in the shotgun. Searcy, right hip of Golick. Indian Valley shifts their offense, motion man from left to right. This time they'll turn it off into the hands of Searcy. Nice cutback in the middle. He's got an extra lane and up the middle, and he'll go to about the 36-yard line. Nice carry of 8 yards there. Searcy showing off he's fleet of foot.
Yeah, he did a nice job because the hole he was supposed to go into closed real quick, and he did a little bit of dancing with the stars and did a little cha-cha to the right and was able to get up through there.
Today's presentation of high school football brought to you in part by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. Call Zach Mo Tyson Company. Whatever it is you need to insure.
And if you dance like I do, you might want to call him and get some ankle insurance.
1-by-3 this time in the shotgun as Golick will have Searcy to his right side. Golick claps once, fakes the handoff, throws for a slant route. This time it's into the hands of Haney, who was drilled hard by the safety. Keeps his feet, though, and Indian Valley ripping at the ball, but it's not going to matter. It's a First Federal Community Bank first down, a 9-yard pickup. That time Haney corralled it.
And that's what the Mustangs need right now, a little bit of consistency. They seen something there. They went back to that play with a little bit of different formation.
Haney, a nice-sized junior wide receiver for this Claymont squad. They're going to need a lot of players to step up in a big way. Haney would be one of them if he can find that open, soft space in the middle of the defense for the Braves. They're going to spread it out with 4-by-1 now. 4 wide receivers left, 1 right. In the shotgun is Golick. Williams will motion out from end into middle linebacker. Golick goes back to pass. He'll step up in the pocket. Now he moves to the right side, looking for room. Backside pressure, throws it to the middle of the field. Diving attempt at the ball, but it could not be hauled in there, and a flag comes in as Haney hit the turf for Claymont. Might be pass interference.
Yeah, it's going to be pass interference on Reese St. Clair. I don't know if Haney turned and Reese didn't see him stopping or whatever, but he ran into him and knocked him across the field right there. Even though the ball wasn't catchable, they're still going to get him for some type of interference.
Well, I think that might have been what the discussion was here for the officials as they were talking it over. White hat talking to the official who threw the flag. Still having a discussion at midfield now. The ball was kind of thrown away as they were trying to go deep, but looked like Golick just kind of threw it to the other side away from all the receivers, and it looks like it's going to be a personal foul call. Did not see who that was going to be on, though.
I just wonder if it comes back to kind of like a crackback block because
potentially,
Haney didn't have his eyes that way, and he came in and hit him. Like it's one of those ones we'll have to go back to watch on YouTube. But he went for a ride.
Claymont going with their own version of fire. They'll go wishbone. Mullen straight up the gut as he'll get corralled from the left side. Fell forward, 1.5 yard pickup, maybe give him 2 as they went quickly with the big man straight up the gut. That was something that Coach White said in the pregame. They were not going to be afraid to go into some heavy formations and just try to wear down this Indian Valley defensive line.
Well, that defensive line's missing a big piece tonight, and Titan Peterman, he's out with a little bit of an injury, and They're just going to sit him this week to get him healthy for the playoffs.
Yeah, Peterman standing on the sideline for the Braves. A big spot there in their offensive and defensive line, not out there. 4-by-1 again as Golick's in the shotgun by himself. 3-down lineman for the Braves. Golick's going to go back to pass. It's a straight drop. He'll look to the left side. Now he delivers it on the out route. Grady Kinsey nearly picked it off as at linebacker he cut right in front of the receiver. Incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, he did a nice job right there staying on his hip and was able to jump right in front of him.
3rd down and 8 upcoming.
Got to say thanks to Mustang Trucking for jumping on board. If you got any type of hauling you need done over the road or local, get a hold of the folks at Mustang Trucking. They can help you out.
Big supporters of high school sports and, of course, of the Claymont Mustangs athletic program. All athletic programs, I should say. They'll go 3-by-1 with Searcy in the backfield with Golick. Shotgun once again. Now they'll motion Searcy out to the left side, leaving Golick alone in the shotgun. Under 4 minutes to go in the first. Golick takes the snap, fakes it to the left side, looking for a double move. There's nothing there. Now we'll throw it down the right sideline as Dawson Matzel wide open, and a juggling attempt for the ball, and somehow hauls it in. What a catch for Matzel over the top.
Matzel did an outstanding job of catching that ball over top. He made a nice little double move down here to get away, and the way that ball come in, he kind of had to catch it over his shoulder, and he secured it and kept it through the fall.
A 26-yard pickup, and they're in the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone, the type of plays you need if you're Claymont. What a job there for Matzel. Mustangs break the huddle. They'll go shotgun again. 3 wide receivers left, 1 right. Late substitution as they'll bring in an extra wide receiver. Golick in the shotgun, goes off to Searcy. He'll cut for the right side. Now the middle, goes into the heart of the safety at the 5, still pushing forward, down to the 2-yard line, and the pile will fall there as it's a 10-yard pickup. What a job by Searcy, just kept driving.
Yeah, and that's what happens whenever your offense gets rolling. Everybody gets excited. Nobody hangs their head. Everybody wants to score. Everybody got in there and got pushing. He kept his legs moving, and like you said, they're down to the 3-yard line.
Ton of substitutions again for the Mustangs. Subbing players in and out, trying to keep them fresh. It's Nolan McMorrow who will bring in the play call. It is 2nd down and 1. Ball sits at the 3-yard line. Mustangs in the wishbone, straight up to the line. Turns, hands it off. Mullen up the gut, tries to go over the top, and Indian Valley's defense did not budge. No gain that time as the big man tried to dive forward. It'll bring up 3rd down and short.
Kind of thought maybe they would go with a little play fake right there to Mullen and get McMorrow to roll it out.
See if that might be something they dial up as McMorrow quickly goes off and gets the play call. They'll check out St. Clair and bring in an extra linebacker or down lineman does the Braves defense. Cowbells come alive from Jadayton. 3rd down and 1 on the way.
You're the Braves. You got to watch out. They only need a yard for the 1st down, so you don't want to jump offside. You got to watch that count.
Wishbone again as Golick will go under center. He'll turn. He'll fake it. Now it's into the hands of Searcy. He'll go straight up the gut. He's at the 1. Getting pushed by his line. It's going to be close, and he's in. Javon Searcy from 3 yards out, and the Mustangs are an extra point away from tying it up.
Yeah, nice offensive drive right there for the Mustangs. They got down there. They went with the play fake to Mullen. Gave it to Searcy, and then everybody bid on the Mullen play fake. He kind of just had a little couple linebackers to take on. He was able to get in the end zone.
Extra point upcoming, and what a drive there for Claymont as they answer Indian Valley right back. McMorrow to hold. It will be Cooper Newton, the sophomore kicker, to try to put it through the uprights. Good snap, good hold. Newton's through it, and it is going to be good. Tie ball game from Jadayton. 2 minutes to go in the first. Big Z Sports is back right after this.
Hi, this is Zarek with Dover Philly Heating and Cooling. How healthy is the air you breathe? When air quality outside is bad, you can breathe easy inside your home with air purifiers, high-quality air filtration, and other fine products from Dover Philly Heating and Cooling. We are your local trained comfort specialists in downtown Dover, providing 24-hour emergency service since 1981. For all your home comfort needs, call us at 330-343-5511. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
The Tuscarawas County dairy farmers want you to know that low-fat chocolate milk is a great choice for student athletes and hard workers. It provides the nutrition needed after practices, games, or a hard day at work, and it tastes great. Low-fat chocolate milk is packed with carbohydrates for energy, proteins to repair muscles, fluids to rehydrate, plus vitamins and minerals to help build strong bones and bodies. It's the official beverage of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Tuscarawas County Dairy Farmers. Farms, family, food.
Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff is on the way. Claymont has tied it up with Indian Valley here from Janaton Hutton. It will be Newton who's ready to do the honors as he'll pooch it up there. It's going to go to an up man, but instead it will go to the far right side in the hands of Rowan Pacine. He's got a lane up to the 35, now the 38-yard line. Ball comes out, but he was down. And I thought it was Pacine who went down, and sure enough it was. Actually, it's Kyler Vosick who's having a hard time getting up off the turf.
Yeah, Vosick, he was the return guy, and he was hurt as soon as he went down.
And it looks like they're going to have to help Vosick off the field now. And he will go down with the trainer and Bethany Lewis coming out. We'll take a timeout. Big Z Sports is back after this.
The American Professional Truck Driving School by Buckeye Career Center offers hands-on CDL training and expert-led classroom instruction to prepare you for success. Already trained elsewhere? No problem. Complete testing on-site at U.S. America CDL Test Center by Buckeye Career Center. Register for training or to take your CDL test by calling today. Get the skills. Get certified. Get on the road with Buckeye Career Center.
Back to the field with Big Z Sports.
Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing mobile studio as Kyler Vosick is helped off the field with a round of applause from the crowd. Vosick was the returner, a nice return for him. Kind of got wrapped up down there. Might have got the ankle twisted up as in a little bit of pain as he comes off the field. And Shannon, that's a big defensive piece that you might be potentially without now, depending on the status of Vosick moving forward.
Yeah, they're going to have to get him over here and evaluate him, but you can tell he was in a lot of pain right there. So, like you said, Week 10, you want to win the game, but you also got to play for Week 11, Week 12. So, I doubt if we see Mr. Vosick the rest of the night.
Ball at the 39-yard line. Indian Valley will go with a shotgun. It'll be Kinsey who will line up as your quarterback. It'll be Williams to his left. An extra running back in the backfield in Bar. Kinsey looks for room left side. He breaks through, and he stiff arms there at the linebacker. And the safety comes in and takes out his own defender, and Kinsey stumbled forward. If he kept his feet, he might have had a house call as he'll go up to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, outstanding run right there by Kinsey. You know, when I look at this sponsor sheet, one of the sponsors on here, I seen it jumped on board, is the Yerricksville Eagles. I'm sure they're watching tonight, and they're excited about this game right now. But you ought to get on social media and follow the Yerricksville Eagles because they do a lot of great things in this area. They donate money to a lot of organizations, a lot of kids. So outstanding job the people at Yerricksville Eagles do.
2-by-2 in the shotgun. Williams read up the middle. Kinsey lead block. Williams spins out of a tackle. He'll go forward to the 35, and it's coming back as it will be a hold. Probably going to go on Kinsey. I thought it was Kinsey who spun the defender and Ethan Fair around, and it looks like it actually might be a face mask call. I did not see if it was on Williams. I didn't see his head get ripped down.
Well, I seen Williams spin, but
it is indeed a face mask call, and that will move Indian Valley that much further up off of the end of the run. Officially a 13-yard carry that time around for Williams. Back-to-back 13-yard carries for the Braves. Kind of mistakes you can't have if you're Claymont. You already gave up those 2 chunk runs. Tack on an extra 15, not going to help your cause.
No, that's not going to help your cause. And like you said, you just put them on the 20-yard line with 1:15 to go here in the first quarter. You're tied 7-7. You don't want to start racking up mistakes.
Into the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone on just 2 plays. They'll go with 2, make it 3 wings. They will motion from the left to right. Trips bunch tight to the line. 1 wide receiver out wide, 2. Williams right side as he'll look for room. Tries a cutback, and he is swarmed as the Claymont defense there responds on the sweep. One of the players over there making that tackle looks like it was Logan Arnold, the sophomore, who was out there.
Yeah, Arnold, number 45, was the first one to get there, and he was he got off his block pretty quick and got out there and wrapped him up and threw him down.
1-yard pickup officially for Williams, who fell past the line of scrimmage. Reese St. Clair checks back in. Kellen Coates back on the field, too, for the Braves. Coates back in the lineup after missing a little bit of time due to injury. I know they're happy to have him back out there as an extra blocker off the edge.
Yeah, and they missed him in some of their big games early in the season, so they're excited to get him back for the playoff run.
2 wide receivers left, fullback up in the formation, running back beside Williams. He'll fake it in the hands of St. Clair's, rolls left. He's going to try to throw towards the corner of the end zone, and it was in and out of the hands there of Pacine. It would have been a diving attempt, but also there was a defender who was right there that if Pacine doesn't dive to cut off that angle, that could have been trouble for the Braves offense.
Yeah, and the ball came out of Williams' hand kind of funny right there. Don't know if it kind of slipped when he went to throw it or not. It just kind of came out kind of wide, and Pacine made an effort for it.
3rd down and 9. Claymont's defense looking for a big stand. 7-7 ball game, just 17 seconds showing on the first quarter clock. Not a bad way to kick off rivalry week. They'll go 3 wide receivers left, kind of a spread out trips bunch almost. Kinsey, Wildcat snap directly. It is his hands. He's up at the 15, now the 10 as he goes right to the safety and up to about the 6-yard line. Make it the 7-yard line, rather. A 12-yard carry. It's a First Federal Community Bank first down. Clock will stop as they reset the chains as it's at 10 seconds. See if the Braves want to get a play call in. Looks like they're trying to rush it up to the line. Only 4 seconds to go. They're not going to get the snap off. We'll move to the second quarter. A tie ball game from Janayton. Don't go anywhere. More rivalry week action is on the way with Big Z Sports.
Are you a compassionate caregiver looking for a career with purpose? Second Family Home Care and Support Services is now hiring home health aides and STNAs. We offer competitive wages, flex time scheduling, and employment rewards because we believe in supporting the people who support others. Start your journey with a company that truly cares. Visit careers.secondfamily.com to apply today or contact them at 740-462-3152.
Gillen Body Shop knows that when their business is needed, it's never planned and it can cause quite the inconvenience. That's why Gillen Body Shop makes the process as easy as possible for their customers by making sure the work is completed right the first time. Gillen Body Shop has experienced staff that give all completed work a 100% guarantee. So when those unplanned repairs to your vehicle are needed, there's only one choice. Gillen Body Shop on Cary Avenue in New Philadelphia. Find them on Facebook.
Back to the field with Big Z Sports.
Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. 7-7 heading into the second quarter. My bad, Shannon.
Well, I just thought maybe you was thinking about McDonald's after the football game.
Hey,
a Big Mac.
Oh, that doesn't sound too bad
chicken
right now.
nuggets.
What about both?
You can get whatever you want. It's McDonald's. They're open late.
First and goal. Indian Valley's going to go with the I for him. 2 wide receivers, one on either side. Kinsey up the middle, grabbed from behind, falls forward, and he'll go to the 4-yard line, make it the 3-yard line, a 4-yard pickup. Hard-earned 4 yards, brings up second down. Right now, Claymont, been some chunk runs that Indian Valley has pulled off, but so far, what they haven't given up and what they're going to look to not give up all night, the big home run runs that Indian Valley really has burned a lot of teams on this year, and let's be honest, throughout the past how many years?
Yeah, and like I said, we've watched this Mustang defense this year, and they've been stingy. You got to put 4 quarters together.
I for him again. Barr, your fullback. Kinsey running back behind him. Williams turns, gives it off. Kinsey up the middle, sheds off one tackle. He can't get past the second one, though, as he'll go down at the 2-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup. Now brings up third down and short.
Yeah, the offensive line did a nice job. They got to push their guys out into the end zone, but a couple guys came in and filled those holes, and they were able to wrap him up.
How about this Claymont defense up to the task so far? Not afraid to meet Kinsey in the hole to this point.
Yeah, like I said earlier, a lot of teams try to arm tackle him stuff, and you got to be physical.
Don't run to him, run through him, that kind of thing. I formation. They'll bring a tight end on the left side of the line, 1 wide receiver left as well. Williams under center, pitch play. Kinsey tries to find the edge, lowers his shoulder pads, keeps his feet, pushes into the end zone. A 2-yard touchdown run. Kinsey was met at the line of scrimmage, had his feet taken out from under him, and somehow keeps the balance and finds his way into the end zone.
Well, we've always said how good his balance has been, and they did a good job right there, giving him the pitch, let him get out wide, and let him pick the lane that he wanted to take. The Mustangs were doing a good job in the trenches of shutting down all the holes, so just let him get wide and let him pick the lane.
Extra point upcoming from Colt James. Braves recapture the lead. Low snap. James gets it, though, through it, and it's 14-7. Big Z Sports will return to Janayton right after this.
The Sarshone name has always been known for truck sales, and once you see our inventory, you'll understand why. At Sarshone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Dalton, you'll find the largest selection of new trucks and SUVs in the area. Shop our inventory at SarshonCDJR.com or stop in and visit us on the corner of Route 30 and Route 94 in Dalton. Sarshone Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Get your own at Sarshone.
Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has just what you're looking for, so your athlete has the best gear for the sports they play. Dumont's has a large apparel selection and can handle your customized screen printing as well as embroidery for your team or business. For sporting goods and for all your apparel needs, Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has everything you want to play and look your best. Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing mobile studio as the Indian Valley faithful back up on their feet, leading 14-7. And probably the biggest hype man for the Braves, and Xander Ratcliffe down there pumping up the crowd. Shannon?
Yeah, I mean, outstanding young man. You know, he doesn't get much playing time and stuff on the varsity, but he's right there with his teammates, and whenever the time to get the crowd fired up, he gets them fired up.
It certainly does. 10:40 to go in the second quarter. Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff. James will dribble it up to an up man at the 25-yard line. He'll look for room straight up the gut. He'll bounce off of one tackler. He'll fall forward to, we'll say, the 35-yard line, and that's where Claymont will start their drive, maybe the 36. Mustangs come back out here, Shannon. They had 2 quick 3-and-outs, early goings. Then they had a nice drive down the field, and it was really highlighted by a Dawson Matzel. Fantastic catch down the right sideline on a double move. Don't be surprised if the Mustangs look to do that again.
Well, the Mustangs had some success right there, passing the ball a little bit, so they're going to have to go that route again and then maybe catch them off with a little backside misdirection run or something along the lines like that.
Mustangs come out on offense. Carson Golick leading the team out of the shotgun again. Dravon Searcy will be the running back to his left. They'll go 1 by 2, actually 1 by 3. Golick ready, raises his leg and motions a man from right to left. He'll go back to pass. It's a straight drop. Just a 3-step drop, now delivers to the middle of the field into the hands of Matzel. Looks to make a move at midfield, gets around one safety, and he'll be tackled from behind at the Indian Valley 45. Nice pickup on first down that time. Make it a 19, maybe almost a 20-yard pickup there on the hookup.
Yeah, nice job by Matzel right there. He's the one that went and found an open spot and got in it. The Braves defense was kind of spread kind of wide right there. Matzel was able to get into the center of the field and kind of just settle there and wait for the ball.
They do mark him at the 44-yard line, so it was a pickup of a first Federal Community Bank first down. Shotgun again. Late substitution for the Mustangs, and there's going to be an illegal substitution. Shannon, you pointed it out earlier. They had a wide receiver run off the field and bring in another one, and you were wondering if there was going to be a flag. They tried to do it again there, and they got caught that time.
Well, I seen the white hat reach for a side. I thought he was going to throw a flag the last time. You can't break the huddle and then substitute a guy, and they got away with that one. This one they didn't get away with.
So that'll move the Mustangs back 5 yards. Put him back just about right at midfield, right in the center of the Braves spear. Big thanks to the Kime Company for all their support all season long and being another presenting sponsor once again on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel and here live at 99.9 WTUZ. 2 by 2. Running back to the right side of Golick in the shotgun. Motions a man from left to right. Golick will turn, hands it off. Searcy runs to the back of his own lineman, and the defensive lineman for the Braves hangs on there. It's senior Caden Riggs for no gain, actually a loss of 1.
Yeah, Riggs did a nice job getting around the block right there. Was able to hit him in the leg, wrap him up, and not let him get away.
I think that might have something to do with a little bit of a wrestling background there for Riggs.
Yeah, Riggs went after a single leg on another wrestler.
So it will bring up second down and 15. Did lose about a half a yard on the carry.
I've kind of always said if you want to see your football program succeed, get a successful wrestling program. Look how many wrestlers on both of these teams.
Shotgun again for Golick. Searcy now flips to his left side. Williams comes down as a linebacker onto the edge. Back to pass is Golick. He'll look for room, and he's scrambling out to the right. Brogan O'Connor in pursuit, and wisely throwing it away is Golick. Brings up third down. Golick out of the pocket. No intentional grounding.
Yeah, there comes the pressure that the Braves they've been pretty good at that all year. Haven't been able to get pressure tonight. That was the first time, and you've seen what happened.
By the way, something was brought to our attention, Shannon, with Riker Williams playing linebacker and defensive end. Not sure, we haven't found the official totals yet, but in terms of the career sack leaders in Indian Valley history, Mr. Williams finds himself up there. We'll have to try to get you those exact numbers.
Well, right now he's sitting at 25.5 sacks through 3 years. So,
Not bad.
and how many quarterbacks do you know hold a career sack record at the school?
2 by 2. They'll motion a man from left to right in Mason Bailey. Golick drops back to pass. Running back stays in the block. He'll heave it down the right sideline on the wheel route. Jumping attempt for the ball, and out of bounds will be the receiver. What a catch over there, but he couldn't get the feet down.
Yeah, outstanding job by Bailey over there to go up and go after it. But the Braves got there and kind of hit him as they all went out of bounds together.
Great concentration by Bailey, but after the safety came over and laid the contact on him, he ended up having his back hit the white chalk line and could not get his feet down. So now it's fourth down and punt time with the ball at midfield. Braves put 2 returners back. It'll be Rowan Pacine and Reese St. Clair. McMorrow will be back to punt for the Mustangs. Kyler Vosick still on the sideline for the Braves. Off-center snap, McMorrow corrals it, and that one might have been shanked as it will go off to the right side. It'll roll and take a Claymont roll and ends up going back in the right territory. If you are the Mustangs, it'll go to the 24-yard line of Indian Valley.
Yeah, Williams got in on the right side over here, got in towards McMorrow, and I think he kind of had to adjust for it and went off the side of his foot.
Braves offense comes back out, 14-7 lead for them.
Listen, there's 8 minutes and 29 seconds left in the second quarter. Braves lead 14-7. If you get your order put in Amici's Pizza right now, you might have time to swing in and pick it up at halftime. Get you some boneless wings or maybe a sub sandwich. I might need to run down and get me a chicken salad.
Ooh, that's all sounding pretty good right now. Braves break the huddle. They'll go with an I form again. Williams will go under center, one wide receiver left, tight end right side of the line. They'll go with the fullback and Kinsey, first man through. He breaks a tackle and stiff arms. Another one at midfield. He's at the 40, poked from behind, nearly loses the ball, but he is able to hang on to it as a big run for Kinsey down to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, Kinsey got running right there and got caught from behind. They come around and wrapped a hold of that ball. They're going to try to go after that ball right now.
From his own 23 to the 32-yard line, a 45-yard pickup there, if I'm doing my math right, Shannon.
We'll leave the math up to you.
I don't think you want to do that. Braves in the shotgun. Kinsey will line up behind Williams. Play fake. Looks in the middle of the field. Has a receiver down there and Reese St. Clair into his hands at the 5 and in. From 32 yards out, Williams fires a strike to St. Clair, and the Braves lead by 2 scores.
And that's what happens whenever you get your running game going. All it takes is one little play fake, and St. Clair was able to split 2 defenders there, and Williams was right on the money.
Braves with a quick strike offense there find themselves up by 13. Extra point up coming from James. Second completion for Williams. This one pays off in a big way, and the first reception for St. Clair. James is through it. A wobbly kick will find its way through. 21-7 Braves lead. Big Z Sports returns after this.
Hey, wake up. New drinks just dropped at Wendy's. Cold foam, cold brew coffee, and sparkling energy. Both the caramel and the chocolate cold foam are just, so good. And the pineapple citrus and cherry limeade sparkling energy each have 80 to 120 milligrams of added caffeine. So whether you need a treat first thing or to just stop yawning already, mornings hit different. To pick up a new pick-me-up, gotta be Wendy's. At participating U.S. Wendy's.
All the talks we've had over the years, including what you've told me about not using alcohol and other drugs, they stick with me. And believe it or not, they really do make a difference, especially at times that matter most.
Hey, want a drink?
No thanks, I'm good. So thank you, Dad, for talking and preparing me for what's ahead.
Thank you for talking.
For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov
or go to empowertusk.com.
Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. Almost time for the next Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff. High school football, as it has been all season long, brought to you by Right Mark Roofing, here live at 99.9 and on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. 21-7, Indian Valley leads. James puts his right leg into it. Jinks will field it at his own 11. Actually, it bounces out of his hands. Now we'll have to pick it up and look for room. He's at the 20, tries to jump over the pile, and he's going to go nowhere, as that's where it will start, the 20-yard line for Claymont. Shannon, we talked about Reese St. Clair in the pregame about how he had come into his own a little bit as a receiver. Boy, he showed it off there, split the defense right between the corner and safety to pay dirt.
He did an outstanding job, but I thought you were going to talk about the mums that I have sitting on my front porch.
Why would I have done that?
Because my daughter went and bought me some mums at Stepping Stone out at Macaulay Drive. So if you're looking to get some decorations for your house, go see the folks at Stepping Stone. You can get you one of those nice scarecrows like I got. It says fall, y'all.
If my wife's listening right now we're going to have to go make a trip to get some mums.
You're going to have to go get some Christmas decorations too.
Ball at the 21-yard line. Mustangs will come out 3-1. Golick in the shotgun with Searcy. He'll get the snap, turns and fakes the handoff, throws middle of the field, in and out of the hands of Bailey. And now a flag late will come in. An eligible man downfield's going to be the call. Bailey had it go in and out of his hands. Now Shannon, Ineligible man, it's a 5-yard penalty after the incomplete pass. I was going to say, and that's where we're going to get the signal, as Coach Matt Lancaster does not want the penalty. He'll keep the result of the play, the incomplete.
Yeah, and that's the right call right now, being deep. Take a play away from him.
Bailey might have been caught with his eyes looking upfield just a bit too early.
Yeah, and that's just it. He kind of had to go up to get the ball a little bit anyhow, and it kind of came in hot. But if you're going to take your eyes off of it to look for, a potential hit or, how far you can gain, you're going to lose focus every time.
Mustangs come back out, same formation. Searcy will flip to the left side of Golick, though, in the shotgun. Golick ready again. Play fake, swing pass, left side. Bailey has it at his own 20. He'll look for room forward, and he is met at the 24, hard by a linebacker, down at about the 25-yard line. No idea who was the one who laid the lick on him. Boy, that was a hard hit.
I think they kind of held him up, and Colt James was the one that come in and put the hit on him.
James now coming in as a deep safety. I don't think we've seen that this year.
No, and with Bosick, being hurt, they got to adjust some players around.
It was a 4-yard pickup and the first reception for Bailey, and quickly we're sitting at third down again. Cowbells come alive. Always something we expect here from Janaten. Empty set, 1-4. Golick with his own heels at his own 20. Williams motions out from end to linebacker. Golick, straight drop, looks for room, flushed out of the pocket to the left side, delivers middle of the field, in and out of the hands of the receiver as he had a step on him but couldn't corral it. Over there was Daniel McGarr who couldn't haul it in, and now fourth down and punt time.
Yeah, it looked like Bronco Braun was one in coverage coming in behind him. The Braves at the last second kind of pulled Williams off of the defensive line, shifted everybody, and it kind of got the Mustangs confused a little bit right there. And Golick did a nice job directing traffic, trying to get somebody open, and just got it out in front of McGarr just a little too far.
St. Clair and Pacine will both go back in this punt situation. McMorrow for Claymont lines up at his own 13-yard line. McMorrow puts it away into the night sky. That's a booming punt, and going back for it. Pacine off of his face mask. He'll slide for it, and it looks like he corralled it at midfield. Pacine might have lost it in the night sky up in the lights, and it bounced right off the top of his helmet, but he was fortunate it took a bounce right in front of him.
Yeah, he got lucky. He was able to get that one back. He kind of got his hands on his hips right there, hanging his head a little bit. And the play's over. No harm, no foul. You got to pick your head up.
Ball will be right at midfield. Are you checking your 50-50 numbers?
Yeah, I always like supporting the booster clubs and just throwing money away.
That's pretty much. It's not throwing it away. It's supporting a good cause. And I know for a fact Shannon supports the booster club here because I think he stopped at the concession stand in pregame.
I always stop at every stadium concession stand. I got my favorites at every school.
Braves will come out now in the shotgun. It is Kinsey who lines up in the backfield alongside Williams. They'll fake it to him. Swing pass. Hostetler looks for room on the right side. Lost the ball, but he re-corrals it. Just got past midfield. It's only a 1-yard pickup. Braves have had a hard time holding on to the ball in this first half.
Yeah, and for everything that's gone right, two things have gone wrong, and those are the things you got to have corrected going into the playoff run. And the Mustangs right now, they got to get a stop. They can't let the Braves go down and score. 6:15 left here in the second quarter, 21-7 Braves. And the Braves get the ball back after halftime, so you don't want to let them put one in on you right here.
Today's presentation brought to you in part by DAC Vitamins and Minerals, feeding champions since 1983. Shotgun. Williams has Kinsey beside him. Fake the pitch. Williams is going to look for room. He sidesteps one defender up to the 45, and he is met hard at the 44. And taking him down that time was Easton Hersey, who will level him at the 34. And I think Williams was not happy about something. Looks like an official coming over to talk to Dravon Searcy for Claymont. Maybe a little blood on the uniform.
Yeah, not sure. All I know is the official blew his whistle and went right to him, so not sure what the situation is there.
It was a 5-yard pickup for Williams on the read. That'll bring in Lulu Young for the Mustangs. Unless it was your always favorite, the uniform violation. I don't think so with Searcy, though. 3rd down and 4 upcoming. Shotgun. Looks like Kinsey lines up as your quarterback. It'll go directly to him. He'll cut back, middle, 40, leans forward to the 39, and that's enough for a First Federal Community Bank first down on a 5-yard pickup.
Yeah, Kinsey actually ran over his own lineman. Brogan Wilson was out there trying to set a block, and he didn't set it fast enough for Mr. Kinsey. The old Kinsey excavating come through there and kind of cleaned out the ditch.
Looked like a bulldozer coming through, right?
Yep. If you need any excavating work done this winter, this spring, get a hold of Kinsey Excavating.
Ball at the 39-yard line, 5:15 to go here. If you're Indian Valley, you obviously want to put one in the end zone, but you wouldn't mind bleeding just a little bit more clock in this first half. Shotgun, motion man from right to left in Hostetler. Fake the sweep to him. Williams straight up the gut. He's got a lane, 35-30, into the heart of the defense again, and he'll be taken down at the 26-yard line. Pick up a 13.
Yeah, just a nice little play right there. Sold everything to the left, and the hole opened up in the center, and Riker Williams ran right through it.
Usually a good sign if your quarterback on a read going up the middle has no contact within the first 8 yards of the line of scrimmage. Indian Valley doing a great job opening up those running lanes early. That's what they've been doing all season long. Tight ends either side of the formation. 2 wide receivers left. Pistol set. Williams lines up in front of Kinsey. They'll turn and fake on the handoff. Goes to the middle of the field, and it's Kellen Coates who will grab it at the 19-yard line and is taken down. A pickup of 7 there on the pitch and catch.
Yeah, nice little catch. As soon as he caught the ball, Jenks come in and made the tackle right there.
First catch for Coates in the ball game. Looking around here in Jeanneton, Shannon, a couple different campfires. No surprise. Beautiful fall night. Rain has moved out of the area.
Well, if you need some firewood, get a hold of Millwood Lumber. They got all kinds of firewood down there. But if you're looking for special lumber, they can help you that too.
Offset eye. Kinsey as fullback goes as the first man through. Will go up to the 11-yard line. A 9-yard pickup. That quick handoff into the hands of Kinsey. He's already got an electric first step, and being able to do that, boy, that makes it a nightmare for the defense. They're in the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone. Barr will check back into the game as James will take a seat. Under 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Pistol again. Williams in front of Kinsey. 1 wide receiver either side. Motion man in Barr from right to left, and there'll be the flag. Somebody jumped on the edge on the motion. I believe the one who jumped was Logan Arnold off the side for Claymont. He was just getting real amped up for the play. Barr started moving, and he came across the line. Barr looked at him and said, wait a minute, I'm just motioning.
Yeah, well, Indian Valley wasn't even really set yet. They were shifting the formation, and he jumped off sides, and Riker points.
And another flag here, and a sideline warning going to be called on Claymont.
Coaches must have walked out and wished him a happy birthday, and he wasn't happy about it.
Just a warning there. Obviously, first one is a warning. Second one is an infraction. Wished a happy birthday, huh? Ball at the 6-yard line. Braves can still get a first down. They'd have to get to the 1-yard line for that. Pistol set again. Same formation. Barr motions from right to left. No jump this time. Williams in front of Kinsey. Now he'll walk up and make it a shotgun off the left hip of Williams. Hostetler motions from right to left. Fake to him. Williams going to try to reverse field. He's got nowhere to go. Held up by Brody Cameron, who will take him down in the backfield. Loss of 4 yards. What a play by Cameron, who stayed home and made Williams pay.
And that's what you got to do. He read his keys. He didn't fall for the fake, and he stayed there, and he was able to wrap him up, drop him for a loss.
Loss of 5 officially. Now we'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Almost like the offside never happened.
Yep.
James checks back into the ball game.
You think he took his happy birthday wish back?
Maybe. I-form. Barr lines up as fullback. Kinsey running back. Tight end right side and Pacine. They'll fake it. Williams rolls out to the left side. He's going to look for the sideline himself. Gets a block from Pacine. He spins forward to the 5-yard line and it's taken down. A 5-yard pickup. Make it a 6-yard pickup. Now brings up 3rd down.
You keep talking about all these birthdays. Well, if you're getting ready to have a party, get a hold of the folks over at Tusky Deli. They can make you meat trays, cheese trays. They got all kinds of stuff down there they can help you with.
Timeout for the Mustangs. It's brought to you by the Cush Financial Group. We're back after this.
We invite you to discover Keim Home Center in Charm, Ohio. Keim is your destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. From renovation and building projects to custom millwork needs, our team of experts work with both homeowners and professionals to bring your vision to life. Visit Keim Home Center in Charm or online at keimhome.com. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
This is Brian Williams, commercial lender with the First National Bank of Denison. The day you decided to open your business, you planted the seed. As your roots become stronger, the First National Bank of Denison is here to help your business grow. Strong businesses make strong communities, and because we live, work, and raise our families here, your business benefits us all. Whether you need more space, equipment, or inventory, come see us today for your next business loan. We are a local bank with local decision makers, and your success is our greatest reward. At the First National Bank of Denison, we have our roots where others have their branches. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to your Hartzler's Quality Housing mobile studio from Janayton. 2:21 to go on the clock. Wildcat snap. Kinsey looks for room. Right side. Lead block. And he's in. Kinsey walks it in from 5 yards out. And the Braves lead by 3 scores.
Yeah, just a nice job. Like I said, another one of those plays where they just kind of lined him up at Wildcat. He ran to the right, and then he had this whole side of the field. He had the wide side of the field to kind of go where he wanted to, and was able to run over a couple players to get in the end zone.
It was a high snap. And we've actually seen a couple times this year with Kinsey out of that Wildcat formation. Those high snaps usually spell disaster for that type of play. It almost helps him pick out a lane.
Yeah, everything kind of opens up. Nobody stays on their assignment when they see the ball kind of going high.
Extra point upcoming from James. High snap again. He'll get through it, and it will hook through. 28-7, Braves lead. We'll keep it right here for your upcoming Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff. Shannon, so far to this point, it's not been perfect for Indian Valley by any means, but leading 28-7 right now, you know they have to be feeling good. And remember, they get that second half opening kickoff. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a big defensive stop this drive.
Yeah, they're going to want to get a defensive stop. Like you said, they get the ball to start the second half. But the Mustangs, I think they got to kind of go back like they did on that scoring drive, a little bit of run, a little bit of pass. Don't try to go for that home run play right off the get-go and get yourself behind the sticks, and most certainly you can't get a penalty on the first play of the drive.
Kinsey right now, by the way, sitting at 12 carries, 110 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Remember, coming into the game for the new OHSAA state record, Kinsey needed 9 to tie and 10 to break it. Obviously, we didn't expect that just from this game, but already with 2 touchdowns means he needs 7 to tie that mark. Which I'll give you some trivia, Shannon. Do you know who is the one who holds that mark currently?
Well, I know it's not Grady Kinsey, and I know it's not Shannon Thomas. So, no, I don't know who.
That would be Daniel Bangura from Canal Winchester Harvest Prep, set between 2014 and 2017. 124 career rushing touchdowns. Kinsey now sits at 117. Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff upcoming. Searcy and Jenks back deep for the Mustangs. James ready to put it into the night sky again. Another line drive. It'll be Jenks who will grab it at his own 10-yard line. Big receiver looks for room straight up the gut. Sidesteps one tackler. He's at the 30, and he is met just across the 30 at about the 32-yard line where he goes down. Mustangs start off in some pretty good field position. 2:09 on the clock. They have only 1 timeout left, Shannon. Not impossible to get down the field, but you have to put one in here. You do not want to give the ball to Indian Valley to start the second half down 3 scores.
No, like I said, they got to find a way to move the ball and not turn it over in 3 plays right here. You got to go down the field, get some points out if you can, but if anything, at least burn the clock if you're not going to get any points.
Mustangs come out on offense. It's all right. We were reminiscing about some of Shannon Thomas's dance moves earlier on this season.
Yeah, one of these days I'll be on Dancing with the Stars.
I can see it happening. 1 by 4, empty set. Golick in the shotgun. Braves put 4 linemen down. Golick ready for the snap. He'll go back to pass. Pressure off the left side. Steps into it as he'll deliver middle of the field. It's Mason Bailey at the 35. Sidesteps to the defender. 40. Still driving. 45. Carrying Bronco Braun with him up to the 48-yard line. A 16-yard hook up there. Bailey refused to go down.
Yeah, nice job by the offensive line right there to give Golick some time to get Bailey cutting across the field right there. And Bailey able to get it and get down there and move the sticks.
2 catches, 20 yards now for Bailey in this first half. Same formation again. Golick ready, out of the shotgun. He'll go back to pass, got some pressure now. He'll be flush from the pocket, tries to look for the right side, and he'll heave it towards the sideline. Incomplete, and wisely throws it away. He had Brogan O'Connor and Caden Riggs bearing down on him.
Yeah, the Braves able to get through right there pretty quick with some pressure and flush him out of the pocket. The issue right there is everybody for the Mustangs kind of went deep right there, and like I said, you don't need to score on one play. You had enough open space right there in front of him and around the 45-yard line. Somebody should have came back towards him.
O'Connor is listed at 5'10", 190 pounds on the defensive line. Runs a lot faster than that. You know that's a terrifying thing if you're a quarterback to see number 55 running at you.
Yeah, he's well put together, young man, and like I said, he's pretty quick.
It was a shotgun with Searcy beside him, but they'll motion him out to the right side. Golick all alone, steps up in the pocket, delivers middle of the field, and what a catch there! And Bailey bounces off of one defender. St. Clair recovers and hauls him down at the 27-yard line. Pickup of 21 for the First Federal Community Bank first down. Another nice hookup.
Yeah, nice pass right there by Golick, and Bailey went up with no fear right there. He knew the hit was coming. He made sure he secured the catch, and he took a big hit right there, just about bounced off of it.
Knock it on the door of the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone. 1-by-4, empty set. Golick, shotgun, back to pass. Tries to step up in the pocket, backside pressure, and Williams hits him. Ball is on the turf, scramble for it, and they're finally going to whistle it dead, incomplete, as Williams laid out Golick from the backside.
Yeah, I think whenever Williams hit him, he kind of pushed his arm forward, and that's what kind of said it was an incomplete pass. But, you know, we have to go back and watch the YouTube play.
You can check on the Ron's Heating and Cooling replay. You make your determination from home. I think what the Braves fans are most upset about there, Williams doesn't get credit for a sack.
That could be. And probably what they're really more upset about, it took so long to call it an incomplete pass. Everybody was scrambling, fighting for it, and then you come in a couple seconds later.
You always get worried there whenever everyone's scrambling for it, potential for injury and stuff happening there. Last thing you want to see. They'll go 2-by-2. Motion Searcy out to the right. Shotgun. Golick going to heave it to the right side. Single coverage for Jinks. Battle for the ball, and that's going to be interference, but depends on which way it's going. Jinks couldn't haul it in as it's incomplete, and there is a flag. Jinks was on the back of the defender, so we'll see what the call is.
Well, I've seen Jinks' hands kind of get extended a little bit. It looks like they're going to call a hold.
And we'll see Braylon Mullen puts his hands to the sky looking towards the Claymont sideline. Looking for the white hat for their official determination, and it is offensive pass interference. Jinks stands at about 6'5". He's a matchup nightmare down the sideline. The problem was St. Clair had the positioning, but he just couldn't get his hands. Jinks couldn't get his hands off of his back.
Yeah, Jinks kind of when I seen the elbows extend out, I was pretty sure that's what it was going to be called.
So that will move Claymont back to their own, to the Indian Valley 42-yard line. Brogan Wilson checks back in. Checking out is Gary McTavish, the senior, who was checked in that last play. Minute 4 on the second quarter clock. Mustangs still with a timeout. Empty backfield for Golick in the shotgun again. Straight drop, flushed right, delivers it to Searcy, who's wide open on the right side by the line of scrimmage, and he'll have an ankle tackle, but he'll dive out of bounds and wisely does it to stop the clock. But it's third down and long upcoming. Pickup of about 6.
Yeah, with 56 seconds to go here in the first half, the Mustangs or the Braves kind of just played a prevent defense right there. Got everybody back, kept them all in front of them.
You a big fan of the prevent defense? I know some people say they're not a huge fan of it because it's.
I hate the
prevent They're saying, what are you preventing is what usually was said.
I hate the prevent defense just like I hate stalling the clock in basketball.
They'll go 3-by-2 this time. Motion man from right to left. Golick's in the shotgun. He'll go back to pass. Pressure, left side, heaves it towards the sideline. Brett O'Connor picks it off at the 30. Cutback lane and loses his footing at the 41, but it'll be Braves ball with 50 seconds to go. Receiver ran a wheel route, and that might have been an easiest interception O'Connor's ever had. He still hold it in with one hand, though.
Yeah, and luckily they had the sideline over here as a defender because he kind of had to slow down a little bit to make sure he didn't step out, and that gave the Mustangs time to get over there and take him down. And with 49 seconds to go here in the first half, let's see if Coach Lancaster is happy with the lead and goes down, or if he goes for it.
Braves still have all 3 timeouts, too. We'll wait and see what Indian Valley has dialed up. They'll go 2 wide receivers left, tight end and Coates on the right side, 2 running backs in the backfield with Williams. Bars the fullback up in the formation. It's St. Clair who was in there with him. Back to pass. Williams, clean pocket, delivers middle of the field, has Coates, diving attempt, and somehow hauled in at the 25. No ruling, and now it will come in from the other sideline, incomplete. 33-yard pickup wiped off the board. Shannon, nobody made any call until it was the other side judge who I guess officially got the call. Incomplete. What an effort by Coates, but it won't stand.
Yeah, and from where we're at, we can't tell if he made the catch or if not. Everybody on this side says he made it. Everybody on that side says he didn't make it. at the end of the day, the stripes are right. Incomplete pass.
2nd down and 10 upcoming. 41.5 seconds to go here. 3 timeouts still for the Braves. They're going to spread things out and go trips bunch left, actually. It's that weird spread trips bunch. They'll go pistol again with Williams in front of Kinsey. Straight drop for Williams. Gets a block from Kinsey. Now he'll step up past the original line of scrimmage, dive forward, and he's at the 46-yard line. Pickup of only 4 there. Looks like the Braves are going to take a timeout. I thought they were going to. And sure enough, it looks like they will. Brought to you by the Cush Financial Group. Big Z Sports returns after this.
Every day begins with purpose. Every job begins with precision. At Right Mark Roofing, we don't just install roofs. We build trust and forge relationships. We understand that your roof is more than just materials. It's protection. It's peace of mind. That's why we use high-quality products and expert craftsmanship. With a sharp focus, our team is always ready to hit the mark. Call Right Mark Roofing. Let's build a future that stands strong.
This is RJ Jacobs from DAC Vitamins and Minerals. Did you know that DAC Vitamins and Minerals has more than 40 proven equine supplements that include daily multivitamins, joint, digestion, reproduction and fertility, calming, and many other specialty products? DAC also carries a complete line of livestock products called DAC Show Contender. Feed DAC Vitamins and Minerals to get the competitive edge in the show pen. We've been feeding champions since 1983.
Out of this Cush Financial Group timeout, Braves ball facing a 3rd down and 6 around midfield. Motion man from right to left in St. Clair. Pistol again. Williams has Kinsey tied up behind him. Rolling to the left side. Williams there's going to have to throw back right now into the hands of Coates. He's got some open space in front of him at midfield. Falls forward, and it's going to be very close at about the 47-yard line. And sure enough, it's enough for a First Federal Community Bank 1st down. Nice hook up to Coates.
Our official stringers on the other side over there tonight, Blaze McMorrow and Keith Thomas, they were standing right there. Since we didn't have a good view, I asked them, and they said no catch, ball hit turf.
I'm sure Blaze and Keith, not only do they have a better view down there, I think they have better eyes than you and I, if I'm making a guess.
Yeah. Well, we got all kinds of people here from Big Z tonight. Looks like the Big Z Christmas party.
Clock is stopped. They must have said Coates got out of bounds, so the ball will be at the 47-yard line. Shotgun, 2 wide receivers right, tight end left. St. Clair motion from right to left. Fake the sweep to him. Williams back in the pocket. Block from Kinsey. Delivers middle of the field. Triple coverage. Colt James. Battle for the ball, and Jackson Jinks picks it off at the 4. James had 3 defenders around him. There was no way he was going to get up on top of the 6'5" safety who picks it off and gives the Mustangs the ball with 17.3 seconds to go.
James hit the turf right there, and he looked right at the official and said he got pushed, and the problem was I think the official was watching for the ball and not watching what was going on. There was, triple coverage right there, and they just kind of went for the home run.
Well, you said you wanted to know how aggressive that Coach Matt Lancaster was going to want to be before halftime. There's your answer. Well, now, in the form of an arm punt from Williams.
Well, now if you're the Mustangs, you got to be careful right now.
So they are drawn back to the 3-yard line, and we have a timeout. I didn't see Claymont signal for a timeout. And now we have a call for the play clock to start. That was odd.
Yeah, they just ran over to the sideline. It wasn't really a timeout. They just ran over there. And
I didn't think you could do that on a change of possession, but I guess I learned something today. Ball at the 3-yard line.
You can do whatever you want until you get caught.
I guess that might be true. Claymont in the wishbone, and Golick's actually going to take a knee. So they're going to be content with taking this to the halftime break. 28-7, the Braves lead. Indian Valley, 3-score lead on their rivals here, looking to cap it off with a undefeated regular season heading towards the playoffs. Shannon, although the Braves got that lead, I know there's going to be more than a few things that team's going to want to talk about.
Yeah, there's a lot of little mistakes, and mainly ball security. You're going to have to hold on to the ball. And the Mustangs, they got to go in and get their heads back into this game. They had a couple good defensive plays. They had a good offensive drive, and it kind of fell apart for them a little bit. So Coach Buddy White and his staff has got to get the Mustangs back into this.
First National Bank of Denison halftime report is coming up. When we return, we've got some stats from that first half for you, and also a special interview coming up later on during this halftime report. We'll give you more details about 28-7 Braves lead. Big Z Sports returns right after this.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. Or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes good luck this season.
At Hartson's Quality Housing, we believe a home is where families grow, memories are made, and futures are built. For 47 years, we've stood by the values that matter most: honesty, trust, and a commitment to our community. Our goal is to provide affordable, reliable housing solutions. We don't just build homes, we invest in the future by supporting local student athletes and the schools that shape tomorrow's leaders. Whether it's on the field or in the classroom, we're proud to stand with our youth and the families who cheer them on. Hartson's Quality Housing, built on trust, committed to community.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
At First Federal Community Bank, investing in our community isn't just a slogan. It's how we do business each and every day. I'm Corey Parker, mobile mortgage lender, and our goal is to empower your financial well-being and build a lasting relationship with you, your family, and your business. We're here to assist you every step of the way, from checking and savings accounts to mortgages and commercial loans. First Federal Community Bank, serving your banking needs in Dover, New Philadelphia, Yorksville, Sugar Creek, Berlin, and Mount Hope. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 1810696.
Is there anything better than high school sports? Hi, this is Dan Hosteller of Ferris Chevrolet Buick Toyota. High school sports brings out the best of our high schools and our communities, and the people at Ferris have always been behind the importance of athletics and academics. Just like we believe in the great cars and trucks that we sell and service every day. Like high school sports, we are a great tradition in the area. Ferris on the Wabash, New Philadelphia.
Is your vehicle banged up? Do you want fast professional service to get back on the road? MPAC Collision offers 2 locations, Newcomerstown and Strasburg, to help you out. Whether you need auto glass repair, paintless dent repair, assistance with warranty and insurance, or just need a free estimate, MPAC Collision has you covered. So the next time you need a repair, visit MPAC Collision online at mpactcollision.com and start your free estimate and learn all about what MPAC Collision can do for you.
If you're planning a major concrete project, you need the help of Stocker Concrete Company. From precast concrete products to ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals at Stocker Concrete can help you get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Janaden-Hutton, or call 740-254-4626.
TMK Valley Propane is embracing remote tank monitors. Are you tired of going outside to check your propane tank or forget to order your propane on time? TMK Valley Propane now provides reliable remote tank monitoring technology. Let TMK Valley Propane take the worry away, provide timely delivery, and never run out of propane again. Thank you for your trust in TMK Valley Propane.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
It's halftime, presented by the First National Bank of Denison. They have roots where others have branches. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Halftime from Janaden-Hutton, brought to you by the First National Bank of Denison. 28-7, Indian Valley leads Claymont. Shannon, this rivalry week showdown, it's been far from perfect for Indian Valley, but you could say the same on the other side of the coin for Claymont. It's kind of what you expect from a rivalry grudge match. You know, there might be some emotions at play here, but overall, both these teams plenty to work on at halftime. A 3-score lead. Indian Valley probably feeling pretty comfortable, but far from thinking that this one's over.
No, and like we was talking there a little bit, kind of a sloppy first half for both teams. You know, they both got a lot of things they got to clean up. if you're Coach Lancaster, you got to be happy with the way he was able to finally pull away a little bit. But I'm sure he's in there letting his kids know about all the little things they did wrong, because you're not playing Braves football. And for Coach Buddy White, you kind of got to go clear back to the first couple drives of this game and tell your team, like, listen, we stopped them. You know, we forced the turnover. We got the ball back. We was able to drive down the field and score on them. You know, they had their moments of greatness in this game, and now it's kind of got away from him a little bit. So he's got to get them back in the mentality, knowing that they can play with this football team.
Indian Valley outgaining Claymont 229 to 128 in that first half of action. The lone Claymont score came by way of an early Dravon Searcy 3-yard touchdown plunge. As for the Braves, it's been 2 rushing touchdowns for Grady Kinsey. Riker Williams with a rushing touchdown. Reese St. Clair with a receiving touchdown. Williams has been picked off once, so 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 5 for 8 for 57 yards. Kinsey, 12 totes for 110 yards. Williams, 10 carries for 62 yards. St. Clair, obviously the leading receiver with that 1 reception for 32 yards. I'm going to be interested to see. Claymont has found some success throwing into the intermediate part of the field and making some guys miss. I want to see if they keep going to that well, and also how Indian Valley adjusts to that.
Yeah, well, Indian Valley, they lost one of their defensive backs early. So they're playing some different kids in some different areas, and then that's not an excuse, because in high school football, next man up, man. Somebody's got to step up and take that spot. But over the years, that's kind of been one thing with the Braves that you could do. You could pass the ball at certain times on them. The Mustangs had some success right there, so they need to go back to that, but they need to quit running everybody deep. You kind of got to get shallow a little bit. You got to do the little runs and catches and gain some yards off of it.
Yeah, well, we'll see how that shapes up here moving forward into the second half. On the way, we're going to step aside in your First National Bank of Denison halftime report. Sometimes we like to welcome in some guests into up here into the booth, or ones that we get to join earlier in the week. And Indian Valley has a new head softball coach that is coming into the wings in Brittany Kale. We got to catch up with her recently and discuss that hiring and what she sees in the future for some Indian Valley softball. So we'll have that on the way live here at 99.9 and on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. Stay tuned. Second half action in Rivalry Week on the way from Janaten Hutton right after this.
The certified public accountants at Niedenthal & Company believe in the value of relationships. Niedenthal & Company has been in business for over 50 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Niedenthal & Company can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop into the Niedenthal facility on North Wooster Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Top Notch Auto on East Plum Alley in Janaten. Your one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, offering experienced staff that can handle just what you need to keep your vehicle running at its best. Top Notch Auto specializes in diagnostics with state-of-the-art diagnostics equipment. Whether your vehicle needs regular maintenance or major repairs, Top Notch Auto can handle all your vehicle needs. They also offer a large selection of tire brands, including Goodyear, Kelly, and Cooper, just to name a few. Find Top Notch Auto LLC on Facebook.
Cush Financial Group has been proudly serving the community's financial needs for over 35 years. The team at Cush Financial follows an industry-leading service model with a unique approach and fiduciary responsibilities associated with their board-certified financial planner. With over 75 years of combined experience, the advisors at Cush Financial Group are here to help you achieve your financial goals. Contact their office at 330-308-8700 or visit their website at cushfinancial.com to see about scheduling your free consultation today. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Independence Capital Company Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC.
Jeff Wallach, LLC, is a family-owned and operated company proudly serving greater Northeast Ohio and surrounding communities for over 25 years. We specialize in vinyl siding, replacement windows and doors, gutters, downspouts, and much more. We provide quality service regardless of the size or scope of the project. Our crews are reliable, respectful, and mindful of a safe work environment. Jeff Wallach, LLC is certified by the Better Business Bureau. Call today and discover how we can assist you in making your vision a reality.
Are you ready to make a difference in a young person's life? Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio has 88 children waiting for a mentor. As a mentor, you will spend as little as 4 hours a month with your little, guiding them, listening, and helping them discover their full potential. Your time and your kindness can change the course of their future. By becoming a Big, you're not just volunteering, you're defending the potential of a child, giving them an opportunity to dream big and reach higher. Visit www.bigs4kids.com to sign up and help us make sure that no child has to wait. Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio. Defend the potential and become a Big today.
Lindsay Adams State Farm takes pride in customer service, community involvement, and their professional knowledge in the products and services offered, providing protection to their customers in more ways than just their auto insurance by protecting you from encountering any unexpected occurrences, including your auto, home, income, and the loss of a loved one. At Lindsay Adams State Farm, you're more than a customer, you're part of their family. Learn more about what Lindsay and her agents can do for you by visiting lindsayadamsf.com. Ron's Heating and Cooling in Denison has been serving this great area since 1977. At Ron's, no matter what you need, they can handle it. From heating and cooling to standby Generac generators, water heaters, tankless water heaters, mobile home equipment, duct cleaning, and 24-hour no-heat service. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call 740-922-5252. Ron's Heating and Cooling proudly supports high school sports and would like to wish best of luck to all local athletes participating this season.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
Hey, other guys' insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey, Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course. At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
Hi, I'm Crystal, General Manager at Loudon Motors Ford. I invite you to stop in and feel the difference of shopping for your next vehicle with our friendly, non-commissioned sales staff, or the personal touch that you will receive from one of the last family-owned and operated dealerships for nearly 100 years. So my question for you is, when will you experience the crystal clear and loud and clear advantage right here in sunny Minerva, Ohio?
It is First National Bank of Denison halftime report with the Indian Valley Braves taking on the Claymont Mustangs. We'll step aside away from the football-related action right now, and we've got somebody who's going to be new to the dugout for Indian Valley softball this upcoming season. Newly announced head softball coach Brittany Kale. Coach Kale, we greatly appreciate your time here and greatly appreciate you joining us. Congratulations, first and foremost.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm very excited.
Now, for anybody listening right now who's going, wait a minute, last name of Kale, who could that possibly be? And I'm sure a lot of people are going to kind of put two and two together with the connection for us here in Z Country, right?
Might have heard it on the radio once or twice, huh?
We always got to give your dad, Chris, a hard time for sure. But, Brittany, I want to focus on, obviously, your hiring. And, you know, that you've said how excited you are about this. But when it comes to your knowledge of the game, tell us where you kind of got your start related to this sport, the various stops that you've made before you have found yourself here now at the helm at Indian Valley.
So I actually started softball when I was 5 years old, luckily. So I played rec ball for Dover for a long time, and as I grew in my skill, I ended up playing for Dover High School, played for some travel teams, and then eventually went collegiately to play at Marietta College. And from after I graduated, I went ahead and started coaching immediately. I started coaching on the travel side of things, and then I was lucky enough to also have an opportunity to coach at Dover as well.
Now, speaking of that time spent there at Dover, you guys had a little accomplishment this past season, right?
Indeed, we are officially state champions, finally.
So the ring ceremony is finally all done, and you guys officially do have those rings, right?
Yes, sir. We had it during our halftime of one of our home games.
Through your journey playing softball and going collegiately, and then eventually finding yourself as assistant coach, and now going into a head coach position, if you would have went back all the way to the beginning, all the way to like your high school career, maybe even just before collegiately, and then fast forward to this point, would you have envisioned this happening?
I would not say that I would find myself there. It was always a dream that I've had, honestly, since I started playing. I think that's just that teacher in me that wants to go out and coach and teach other children the love of the game and just being a great person in general. So I'm just super excited and really honored I get the opportunity to do this on the varsity level now.
I know you're very excited to get things started off and really hit the ground running. What are some of the things that you're going to be focusing on there in the early stages of this new position for you?
Absolutely. It all starts with the base of teamwork. And being in this new role, my goal is to start from the bottom and work ourselves up with our youth and working the way through high school of building that collaboration of teamwork and hard work for each other and worrying about our successes for each other as opposed to only our individual successes.
Through every stage that you've been at, then, looking back throughout all of them on all the different segments of your life playing this game and now coaching this game, do you have any favorite memories? I normally ask this question for just the athletes, but I think it's a fun opportunity to do it for a new head coach as well.
There's so many memories. It's kind of hard to pick one. I guess I would say my first year coaching just in general was a really good first memory for me. Just being able to step in and introduce my concept that I would love to teach at Indian Valley. It's the idea of Mudita, of playing and working hard for each other regardless of how well we do. We're cheering each other on for our successes during our difficulties, all those things. So I guess my favorite memory would be just the opportunity that I get to teach something that I wish I would have been able to learn when I was in high school and college and being able to impact their lives in a different way.
So that kind of philosophy, that idea, where did that initially come from for you?
It actually came from a coaching conference I had in Columbus. I was lucky enough to attend with Coach Melissa Beachy and Coach Hannah Duff at the time. We heard a speech from Patrick Murphy at the University of Alabama, and I kind of adopted it and made it my own.
All starts with a team effort. Definitely a great philosophy to be having. Coach, looking ahead, when is everything officially getting started, and when are you getting the ball rolling there in Janaten?
Hopefully really soon. I'm still waiting to hear. I hope to meet the girls really, really soon, and so we can get started on our off-season lifting and conditioning and get us primed and ready to go for tryouts and eventually for our season as well.
Brittany Kale, the new head coach of the Indian Valley Braves softball program. Coach, we really, really appreciate your time joining us here and giving some people some background, some insights into you before you start off in this new journey. And you know we had to give you a hard time, or we had to give your dad a hard time with this hiring, right?
Oh, yeah, he wouldn't expect anything less, but you guys giving him a hard time.
We look forward to seeing you in this upcoming season, Coach. And that will do it for this segment from your First National Bank of Denison halftime report. But stay tuned. We got more high school football coverage on the way. Indian Valley hosting Claymont. It's rivalry week in Z Country.
Technology shouldn't slow us down. It should move us forward. At Logivision Technologies, we've been helping local businesses for over 12 years on US 62 in Winesburg, solving tech problems and making everyday operations easier. And we're here with custom IT solutions that just simply work. At Logivision, it's people first. That means service with integrity, professionalism, and genuine care. Call 330-234-5025 for your free consultation today. Logivision Technologies, local IT, real solutions, people first.
Spring and summer bring big events, graduations, yard sales, and tournaments. The Educational Service Center Print Center is your go-to for sponsor banners, yard signs, and custom graduation packages with invitations, envelopes, and thank you cards. And when it's time for sports, the ECO Center in St. Clairsville is the perfect venue for AAU and JO tournaments. With spacious seating, plenty of parking, and easy access to hotels and restaurants, it's your one-stop arena for wrestling, cheer, and more. Plan your next event with us on the court or in print. Find out more today online at ecoesc.org.
Newtown Mall provides you a one-stop shop for anything you need. You can shop the latest fashions at Kohl's, Maurice's, or Marshall's, get your sporting goods at Dunham's or Dick's Sporting Goods, or redo a room in your house at Ashley Furniture. Find all these stores and more for yourself and experience Newtown. Plus, you can sign up to be a Newtown Mall VIP and follow your favorite stores so you're the first to know sales, giveaways, events, and more. To sign up and to see all that's happening, visit newtownmall.com.
Want to stay warm in your vehicle this winter? Call the Remote Start Pros at Cartoons and Accessories in New Philly. With over 15,000 units installed over 18 years in the market, Cartoons in-car experts have the expertise to get the job done right. Cartoons carries a full assortment of remote starts that give you any desired range needed to warm up your car from anywhere. We also do diesel vehicles as well as standard shift vehicles. So don't delay. Call Cartoons today and schedule an appointment and stay warm all winter long. Cartoons at 517 West High Avenue in New Philly. 330-339-2006. Be there.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. For the past 30 years, the residents in and around Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff at McInturf Realty for buying and selling of residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of these communities, there is nothing better than high school football. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty at 330-364-SOLD.
Simona Bolteron is a global leader in plastics technology, manufacturing thermoplastic products for industries such as aircraft interior parts, medical device housings, wall coverings, general thermoforming, and many more. Simona Bolteron, a company like a friend, is proud to be a part of the community and wishes all local athletes good luck and have a great year. For more information, visit them online at Bolteron.com. Simona Bolteron, 1 General Street, Newcomerstown.
With Room by Room, new from Carpet One, we've made finding the right
Quality Housing Mobile Studio. Out of the First National Bank of Denison halftime report, is Shannon Thomas taking off the hoodie, which is shocking to me. Oh, you're doing the chivalrous thing, aren't you?
Well, I'm doing the what?
Chivalrous.
Yeah.
The good guy thing. He's giving up his jacket to somebody, I think, coming up here in a minute. Do you need a jacket? I've got one in the car.
Nope, I'm good, man.
All right. Anyway.
I can handle the cold.
Well, yeah, that's fair enough. Well, anyway, second half football action coming up here in Week 10 and Rivalry Week. Huge thank you to all of our sponsors today making this possible once again. And as we talked about there before we stepped aside for our special guest and Brittany Kale, the new softball coach here at Indian Valley, this is one of those games. It's what you expect in a rivalry week. You don't expect everything to go perfect in your way. You expect some hard hits. You expect some highlight reel catches because there's just a little bit extra edge to this. Both these teams are going to the postseason. They know that already. But now you're playing for that pride, and it's showing because both sides are not willing to back down.
No, both sides aren't willing to back down. We just seen the Indian Valley look like the JV offense and stuff down there. Doing some snaps down there, getting warmed up. So I know Coach Lancaster's probably going to start subbing some kids in soon. It's late here or it's halftime, and you don't want to take a chance of somebody getting hurt as the weather drops. It gets cold. You're trying to keep everybody loose. So if the Braves can go out right here and put another touchdown up on the Mustangs, then they'll start substituting some people out. The Mustangs need to do is find a stop right here, get the ball back, and see if they can get one on the board and kind of get themselves back within 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and something of note, moving ahead into the second half, we saw him go down with injury. Kyler Vosick, I did not see him come out with the team here for the halftime break, so likely Vosick's night is obviously done. And again, Shannon, as we mentioned, that's a big piece out of your secondary that is not going to be available here from here on out, so we'll have to wait and see what his status is moving forward. But obviously the Indian Valley pass defense, they've given up a few things here and there. However, be that as it may, they filled in nicely with Vosick not being available.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do. That's why you train at practice. That's why you do everything you do. You got to be there whenever one of your teammates go down. You got to fill back in and do the job. And hopefully the young man will get off a couple weeks here and get healthy and get back for the playoff run. And you don't want to see anybody get hurt.
It will be for your Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff. Carson Hostetler and Colt James now back to return the kick for Indian Valley. If you are Claymont with this upcoming kickoff from Cooper Newton, well, you're down 3 scores. Do you at least flirt with the idea of maybe trying to get the ball back right here?
Well, the way the Braves are lined up right here, I think they're going to try to maybe do a little squib kick or little onside kick. So you got to be prepared because we've seen teams try it before and catch them off guard, and you don't want to get caught off guard right here.
Thanks for tuning in, and a big thanks to the First National Bank of Denison for our halftime report. Also the big banner underneath the scoreboard here in Jeanette and Hutton as well.
That's a nice-looking banner down there. I don't know whose idea it was to hang it there. But
who could have put that there?
They're pretty smart.
Thanks for tuning in at 99.9 and on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. 2 more quarters to go for Indian Valley and Claymont in the regular season. Newton has it teed off, and he will send it off deep. It is Colt James who will catch it on the run at his own 21. He'll look for room at the 30, sidesteps a defender, now spins off some contact. He's at the 40, stood up at the 42, and finally ridden out of bounds before James does go down. A nice return there for James, not one of the normal returners back there for Indian Valley.
You know, if you're looking for a nice-looking banner like that or sign, get a hold of the fine folks over at USP Signs and Graphics. They're the ones that did all the banners around the stadium here, and they can make you banners for your business or anything.
If you're on your way out of Jeanette and Hutton on Wolf's Crossing, just take a little right turn there just out of town, and you'll find USP.
Yeah, they do an outstanding job with school districts and all kinds of businesses. Or if you're looking for something personal, go visit them.
One by one, as it will be Bradley Barr who will motion to the backfield as a fullback. Kinsey lines up beside Williams. Kinsey will be your quarterback. Wildcat snap, left side. Lead block from Williams. Kinsey into the second level. He's at midfield. Now sidesteps out to the 45. Flag comes in, 30. Pushed out of bounds at the 25, and it's coming back.
Yeah, they're going to get Rowan Pacine with the hold. Pacine did a nice job with the block. He got him spun around, and then after he got him spun around, he kind of put his hands on him and grabbed a hold of him.
Got him on the normally you're okay if the hands stay inside on the front of the jersey, but when they're on the backside towards where the nameplate would be, it's kind of hard to argue your way out of that one.
Yeah, and that's a tough one, too, because the coach is going to be upset because he done had the first down, and the hold was probably 5 or 10 yards past that, so just a bad decision right there. Which they're still going to get positive yards out of it because it's a spot foul.
It is a spot foul. Obviously, the run does not count, though, for Kinsey.
So now it's actually going to be, first and about
5.
First and 5.
I form, Kinsey, fullback, St. Clair running back, fake to St. Clair, Kinsey, the fullback, up the middle, cross midfield, leans forward, and he'll go down at the 45-yard line. Pick up that time of 8 on first down. Kinsey, as we mentioned, 110 yards in that first half. Starts off on a positive note here in the third quarter. We have not seen the Indian Valley first-team offense a whole bunch throughout games. We saw it in Week 1 against Greene, and since then, I don't think that the first-team offense has put together a full game in a Friday night in a while.
No, it's been a long time because the second longest was probably against Steubenville, and we've seen
that was pretty much just the first half, too.
Yeah, Grady come out at halftime, and then the rest followed him somewhere through the third quarter.
The Garraway game would have been the one about halfway through the third, I suppose. Play fake there. Williams pulls it down. He's going to run to the left side. He's got some extra room at the 40. Tries to throw a stiff arm. 35, 30. Still on his feet. Pulled forward to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, did a nice job right there with the fake. And then he just kept it himself, run off to the left side right there, and was able to muscle his way up the sideline.
18-yard pickup there for Williams. So strong as a runner. I think you and I have talked about this. Williams has a heck of an arm, but a lot of schools wouldn't mind having him at running back.
Yeah, Frank, he's just a special athlete. He's a 3-sport athlete here at Indian Valley, and, in my opinion, he's going to be probably one of the best all-around athletes to come out of Indian Valley.
Ball at the 27-yard line. It was an 18-yard pickup and another First Federal Community Bank first down. Shotgun. It is Williams, right side, as he'll look for a lead block from Kinsey. He'll get it. Now at the 20, spins out of a tackle, up at the 19. Big pile, and he'll go down at the 18-yard line. 9-yard pickup on first down, and I don't know who Kinsey met in the hole, but they went back a couple yards.
Yeah, and just what a nice block, and then a nice run by Williams right there. He was very patient, kind of let everybody set up, and he just took what he got and held on to the ball and, like I said, picked up a hard 9 yards.
St. Clair will bring the play call in from the sideline. Indian Valley in the Jeff Wallach LC red zone already.
Boy, look at those loaded nachos from the concession stand.
Oh, boy. There's some jalapenos on there.
That's got heartburn written all over it.
That'd be worth it. Pistol set. Williams in front of Kinsey. Back to pass. Williams steps up, throws it on the right side. Screenplay as James will spin out of one tackle, get knocked down, and thrown out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. Pickup of about 7 that time around.
Tell you what, nice job by James right there. He was supposed to catch that screen and go inside, but he seen the Mustang defender. They didn't quite have the block set up on him, so he just did a kind of a reverse spin and went up the sideline.
Ball at the 12-yard line. James got knocked off of his feet, but in the air picked up about 2 more yards. It was Jackson Jinks over on the sideline helping him out of bounds. They'll go pistol set again, 1 by 1. Tight ends either side of the formation. Williams has Kinsey behind him. Hostetler, motion from right to left. They'll go Kinsey straight up the gut at the 10, at the 5, into the safety, across the goal line, and he's in. A hat trick for Grady Kinsey from 12 yards out, and the Braves lead 34-7.
Yeah, the snap kind of come in high, kind of slowed the play down a little bit right there, so the misdirection read for Hostetler coming across kind of didn't really fool anybody, but the offensive line did their job, opened up a hole right there, and they met Kinsey at the goal line, and he took him into the end zone with him.
3 touchdowns on 14 carries for Kinsey, sitting at $130 on the ground. Extra point upcoming from James. He's through it, and it will go through. 35-7, Indian Valley leads. Big Z Sports returns to Jonathan following this message.
Stepping Stone Crafts and More, located on Macaulay Drive in Uricksville, has everything you need to decorate your home or office for any season throughout the year. Stepping Stone is filled wall to wall with handmade crafts, candles, and more. Plus, when the weather gets better, Stepping Stone expands their selection with a variety of outdoor decor. To see all they offer, stop by 1745 Water Street in Uricksville or find Stepping Stone Crafts and More on Facebook.
The Fraternal Order of Eagles is an international nonprofit organization uniting fraternally in the spirit of liberty, truth, justice, and equality to make human life more desirable by lessening its ills and promoting peace, prosperity, gladness, and hope. Locally, the Uricksville Eagles is a proud supporter of not only local school districts, but also local police and fire departments. To learn more about the Uricksville Eagles, they invite you to stop by and see how they are truly people helping people. Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. 35-7, Indian Valley opening it up on Claymont. Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff upcoming. Boy, Indian Valley wasted little time getting down the field that time. All set up, really, by the second half opening kickoff to Colt James.
Yeah, like I said, James did a nice job on that kickoff to get upfield, and they just kind of made quick work right there, only burning about 3 minutes.
And that is a dribbler that an up man will fall on at about the 36-yard line. That's where the Mustangs will take over on their next drive. Didn't see who the up man was who fell on it. Might have been, I couldn't tell. I saw Nolan McMorrow over in the area. That's a hard one to handle, those hard line drive grounders, especially off of cold, wet turf.
Yeah, especially if your hands are cold and everything else. If you don't have a pair of gloves on or something, it can get away from you in a hurry.
Mustangs will come out on offense, looking for a spark. They'll go 2 by 2, make it 3 by 2. Golick by himself in the shotgun. Motion man from right to left will swing out to the left side. Golick will fake there, and now he'll throw it to that side in the hands of Bailey. He's past the line of scrimmage, up to the 40, out of one tackle, and down at the 42-yard line. A pickup of 5 on the swing pass.
Yeah, Bailey did a nice job right there. The Braves kind of got caught off guard a little bit rolling back as he come in. He did a nice job timing up his turn up field just as they snapped the ball and caught it on the run.
Bailey's 4th reception now of the ball game. Brett O'Connor, the man who helped him down to the turf. If you're Claymont here, Shannon, 28-point deficit. A lot of ball game still in this one. Nice methodical drive. You know, you don't necessarily have to have the home run ball right here. Shotgun again, wing off the left side behind a tight end. Searcy's beside Golick. They'll turn, put it in his belly. Straight up the gut, past the line of scrimmage, and he is corralled and taken down at the 44-yard line. Reese St. Clair, Brogan Wilson teaming up for the tackle.
Yeah, Brogan Wilson able to put the bear hug in on him, and St. Clair come in and helped him finish it off.
3rd down and a long 2 coming up. Golick's got the play call again. Claymont sitting at 6 wins this season, as we already mentioned, have their postseason spot locked up. Going to need quite the comeback, though, to cap this off with a big rivalry week win. And we're going to go 1 by 4. Instead, they'll go 2 by 3 as Parker Haney motions back to the left sideline. Golick in the shotgun by himself. Pass, and that one's tipped in the air. It was Williams who got it up there, and he was looking for the interception. It fell right in front of Bailey, though, and brings up 4th down.
Yeah, they had Bailey on a curl back right there, and Williams, I don't know if Williams seen something or he just was just kind of playing free safety right there at the line.
Instinctively might have just got the paw up in the air. So now 4th down and 2. No surprise, ball close to midfield. Claymont's going to go for it. Mustangs need the conversion. Cowbell's alive again. 2 by 3. Golick's by himself in the shotgun. He's ready. He'll go back to pass. Clean pocket. Steps up. Fires it towards the sideline. Into the hands of the receiver and Haney, who goes up to the 43-yard line. Nice pitch and catch and a rifle shot there from Golick.
Yeah, Golick with a nice throw right there. Nice hard throw on the money. Haney made the right cut and got open.
13-yard pickup. Second reception for Haney, and it's a First Federal Community Bank first down. Quickly, Mustangs back on offense. Golick, flush from the pocket, rolls left, delivers middle of the field, batted up in the air, and it's picked off. Indian Valley defender hauling it in off the tip. It's Logan Burrier, the junior, who stayed with it and got the interception.
Yeah, I think it was Burrier that actually tipped it himself. He jumped in front of it, tipped it up in the air, and was able to secure the interception.
Burrier, the linebacker for the Braves, stayed with it the whole time. Not an easy thing to ask for a linebacker in coverage there, Shannon, to streak back across the field on a scramble drill. But what a great job and what field presence there shown by the junior.
Yeah, the defense kind of had Bailey and Haney kind of locked up over here on the sideline, so Golick tried to make something happen. Burrier made him pay.
1 by 2, shotgun. Williams with Kinsey to his right. Motion man in Hostetler. Going with a sweep, double reverse in the hands of St. Clair, back into the hands of Williams, trying to dial up the home run ball, down the field to Colt James. He's grabbed from behind, and the official could struggle to get the flag out, and there it is, as James was hauled down to the turf. Pass interference, and it will be 15 yards for the Braves. James is trying to say, though, that he had the ball laying on his legs and called it in. I think him and the official are laughing down there, though.
Hey, maybe he's got a career to used car salesman because he tried hard to sell it.
So that will be 15 yards. It will move the sticks for the Braves. James it was an underthrown ball that he was trying to come back for, and the corner couldn't slow up his momentum and just kind of grabbed a hold of James.
Yeah, it was one of those plays that was dialed up just right, but it came out of Williams' hand wobbly, and James went to go back for it, and like you said, the defender just kind of grabbed him around the waist and pulled him down. But at high school football, it's only a 15-yard penalty, so don't beat yourself up, young man. You kind of maybe saved the touchdown there by getting a penalty.
You and I have talked about that before. If you think you are beat, why not do it that way?
Just tackle him. 15 yards is better than a free touchdown.
44-yard line now of Claymont. Direct read off the right side for Williams. Lead block from Barr. Williams cut back 30, and he's wrestled down at the 25-yard line by Jakes. Pickup that time of 19.
Yeah, just a nice, like I said, block right there. Kinsey kind of come out, opened up the hole, and Williams just ran straight up there and ran right into the bear hug of Jenks, and Jenks was able to bring him down.
We'll actually give him officially a 20-yard pickup. Between Williams as well as Kinsey, they've combined for 27 carries, 239 yards. I-form, Williams under center. Barr, fullback, hand off to him, breaks off the arm tackle, and the linebacker will grab him there at the 18-yard line. 6-yard carry for the fullback straight up the middle.
Yeah, nice run right there by Barr. Nothing fancy out of your fullback. All you want him to do is get 3.4 yards. Everything else is just bonus, and he picked up some bonus yards.
First time we have seen another ball carrier that isn't number 8 or number 22 for the Braves tonight. That extra wrinkle, the double reverse and throw back into the hands of Williams and gunning it down the field. Another wrinkle, again, from Indian Valley that we're seeing them add on here in the tail end of the season. Shotgun, Kinsey, direct snap. Right side, Barr lead block. Stiff arm, 15, 10, 5, one man to beat. Over top of Jenks at the goal line. And Kinsey is in from 19 yards out. 4 touchdowns for the senior.
Yeah, little extracurricular down there in the end zone of players talking back and forth.
And I think the official got in between both Jenks and Kinsey there and said, hey, enough of that. As he'll walk back to the sideline, will the Air Force commit for the Braves? 149-yard night for him. Braves lead it big, 41-7. Extra point upcoming. And James will stay perfect on the night. 42-7. Big Z Sports is back for the ensuing kickoff after this.
Looking for a team you can count on? Mustang Trucking in Yerixville is proud to keep America moving mile after mile. Family-owned and community-driven, Mustang Trucking stands behind the values of hard work, dedication, and teamwork, just like the Claymont Mustangs. Proud supporters of Claymont Athletics and the incredible student-athletes who give it their all on and off the field. From the road to the scoreboard, go Mustangs. Mustang Trucking, driven by pride, fueled by community.
Katie, I don't know how you get to work so early, and you even have time to stop at McDonald's.
It's so quick with the McDonald's app. I order and pay from home, pull into the pickup spot, and they bring my food right out. Or I can just run in and grab it from the pickup area.
I always remember the app once I'm already at McDonald's.
But that's okay. Just use it when you order at the drive-thru or inside. Open the app, get your code, and you'll earn points toward free McDonald's food. Plus, the app is loaded with daily deals.
Suddenly I'm having a Big Mac attack.
That sounds good. I'll order it from my app.
The McDonald's mobile app. I'm loving it.
Welcome back to your Hartzler's Quality Housing mobile studio. Thanks to Right Mark Roofing, making high school football coverage in Z Country possible. Kickoff going to be on the way from Colt James. 2 men back for Claymont as the Braves have really opened this thing up here in the third quarter. Running clock now active from Janayton.
Yeah, the Mustangs got to get one in right here to get the running clock to stop.
James will boot it off deep. It'll roll back and out of bounds. We just said about how James had been perfect on extra points tonight. A little miscue on the kickoff will put Claymont in some great start and field position.
Yeah, I kind of think they wanted to go with a little squiv kick right there, and it just kind of got away from him.
Overall, Indian Valley starting off this second half really kind of almost perfect to this point. You did have the holding penalty in the early goings, but outside of that, no real mistakes. It looks like they're actually going to make Indian Valley re-kick instead of taking the yards.
Must think they could get a better return.
It'll be both Jinx and Searcy back once again for the Mustangs. James is saying, hey, that doesn't go into my stat column now or my official, in the box score after this, so try it again.
So this one of these ones now, if you're the Braves, you kick it deep and try to pin them deep, maybe stop them and make them pay for making that decision?
Quite possibly. We'll wait and see. Line drive kick again. Jinx will field it at his own 20-yard line. He'll look for room up the middle behind his blockers up to the 35. Is met there. Pyle still pushing, and Jinx comes out the other side, and he goes up to the 44-yard line. Oh, Jinx had to break one more tackle, and it might have been a house call.
And it was the right call because they picked up about 9 more yards.
Well, Coach Buddy White's been doing this for a while. We're going to let him, whatever he says, we're going to go with as that being the right decision.
Well, I know Coach Buddy White likes his wings. So
yes, he does.
I'm going to agree with the man who likes wings.
Wings are, if you tuned in for the post-game show the other night on Friday night, I think it was 2 weeks ago, chili, too.
Hey, I love my chili.
A little victory chili Mustangs were enjoying. Finding themselves behind now at their own 44-yard line. They're going to go under center this time with Golick with one running back. Into the hands there of the running back in Hersey, who is submarined at about the 46-yard line, 2-yard carry for Hersey and the senior.
I'm still kind of shocked that they haven't got McMorrow more involved in the offense here. He's just kind of been out there maybe just lining up, but not really done a whole lot with him. And just one of those weapons, I think you got to get involved in the offense.
Seen McMorrow at tight end mostly so far today. Has not been targeted in the pass game and does not have a carry. They'll go with Golick under center. Hersey, lone running back again. 2 wings on the right side of the line. 1 wide receiver on the side. Both wings will motion to the left. Pitch play into the hands there of Hersey. He'll look to try to get across the edge, and he'll find a little bit of room, and he is driven down after running to the back of his own blocker at the 47-yard line. Rowan Pacine getting fired up.
Yeah, Pacine and Bronco Braun coming over there. Caden Riggs, guys, it's still rivalry game to them. It don't matter what the score is. You play till the final whistle.
I know we've said this before about Bronco Braun, a junior listed at 5'5", 140 pounds, which you say might be giving him a little bit.
They must have weighed him with his uniform and stuff on.
No lack of scrap. How many 140-pound linebackers do you know? Golick will go with the empty set now, 1 by 4. And whistles and a timeout by Claymont. It's brought to you by the Cush Financial Group. Big Z Sports returns in 30 seconds.
Do you have property you'd like to have cleared? Do you know the value of standing timber? Well, Millwood Lumber in Janaden-Hutton is a buyer of standing timber and land across Ohio. Millwood Lumber also offers 2 convenient ways of purchasing firewood. Prepackaged bark-free firewood producing less creosote, ash, debris, and bugs, providing convenience for you. Or you can purchase bulk firewood by the truckload. Learn more about Millwood Lumber. Visit millwoodlumberinc.com.
Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. 42-7, 2:37 showed on the game clock here in the third quarter. Mustangs ball facing a 3rd down and 7. They'll go 1 by 4. Golick's in the shotgun by himself. Rain started to fall again here from Janaden. Golick goes back to pass. Tries to step up in the pocket, delivers left sideline, and batted away by the defender in James. Looked like they were trying to target Dawson Matzel, brings up 4th down.
Yeah, just kind of a little slow developing play right there. Matzel got out there and made the cut, and the ball was just a little too wide. If it got more towards his inside shoulder, it would have been an easy catch for him.
So 4th down and 7. Mustangs will go again as the clock continues to roll despite the incomplete pass. Braves with the lead with the running clock active. Indian Valley, Shannon, as far as we know, securing or will have a first week bye in the postseason out of Region 15 and Division 4. Claymont out of Division 5 will be returning to the postseason for the first time since 1992, which is fantastic for the Mustangs. Shotgun, running back in the backfield is McGarr. He'll motion to the right side. Golick's back to pass. He's got a lot of pressure, rolls left and throws it away, and it will be a turnover on downs, and it will be Braves ball. Pressure there from both Caden Riggs and Brogan O'Connor again. And Riggs a little beside himself because he was in the backfield again but couldn't get the sack.
Well, that's one thing that Golick's pretty smart about. He knows when the pressure's coming. He's able to roll away from it. He knows where he can throw it to get away from the intentional grounding.
Now, wanted to ask you about this because last week, obviously, you were not here for our broadcast. I had your brother Keith on the broadcast with me. 1992 is the last time the Claymont was in the postseason. What year did you graduate?
I graduated in 92, so that I graduated in the spring of 92.
Okay.
So then in the fall of 92, they went to the playoffs.
Well, you helped lay the foundation, is what you're saying.
We laid the foundation. And back then, they only took 4 teams from the region, so they was in the top 4.
Shotgun. Williams fakes it. Back to pass. Delivers down the field. Hostetler's got him burnt deep, and it's in and out of his hands. Hostetler was wide open, as that would have been a 47-yard touchdown. Instead, he couldn't corral it, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that as a wide receiver, that's got to be heartbreaking. You had the step. It was out there, and it was right there where it needed to be, and he just couldn't bring it in.
Braves still have the first-team offense out there. And Hostetler comes back in for the play call as they're talking it over. And it looks like they're going to go ahead and let the third quarter run out. Hold your 4s in the air from Janaden. Indian Valley up big. Big Z Sports is back after this.
Twin City Kids LLC is a state-licensed daycare center that provides care for children 2.5 years old through 12. With their play-based learning environment, Twin City Kids before and after-school care, preschool, and general child care. Learn more about the services offered to assist in your child care needs. You are asked to give Twin City Child Care a call at 330-340-6349. Or you can find Twin City Kids LLC on Facebook.
Kinsey Excavating and Trucking is a family-owned and operated business in New Philadelphia. KET is a general contractor. They provide services to commercial and municipal clients. They employ local union operators and laborers. KET is dedicated to providing outstanding work using the latest technology and employing local individuals to positively impact Tuscarawas County and the surrounding area. Kinsey Excavating and Trucking proudly supports the Indian Valley Local School District and wishes all area athletes, musicians, artists, and students a successful season.
Back to Janaden-Hutton in the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. A handoff straight up the middle there for Indian Valley up to the 35-yard line. Looked like that was Brett O'Connor who might have had the carry at that time, Shannon.
Yeah, I think it looks like they're starting to substitute some players out now and going to run the clock and try to burn a bunch of time right here, plus substitute some players in and out.
So for O'Connor, his first carry is good for 12 yards. Had to look. I wasn't sure who was the one who toted it up the middle, as we do expect a lot more substitutions coming in now for the Braves. Always an interesting chess match you have to play here because you want guys getting extra varsity time here right before the postseason, but got to keep everybody healthy. Handoff, St. Clair, left side, a lot of room. Actually, it's O'Connor again. He'll go up to the 10 as he almost breaks out of another tackle. That is a 20-yard carry there for O'Connor.
Yeah, nice run by O'Connor right there. He didn't do nothing fancy. They gave him the ball. He went straight off the left side of the line and kept right on running. Bounced off of one of the defenders, and they finally corralled him down around the 10-yard line.
We have seen O'Connor play quarterback a little bit this year, Shannon. I don't think we've seen him in the backfield showing off some nice burst.
No, and he's actually out there with the starting offense, just a couple players in and out right now.
O'Connor, a 5'9" sophomore for this Braves team. And Indian Valley might be calling off the Dogs here as their first team offense looks like it's coming over, and we'll be taking a timeout. We'll keep it right here. 10:06 to go in the fourth quarter clock. 42-7, Indian Valley leads Claymont. Looking ahead into the postseason, obviously we have to wait till all the games go final tomorrow on a Friday night. So before we know the exact playoff seedings, but like we've already mentioned with Indian Valley trying to secure or looking as they have wrapped up that first round bye. With that in mind, Shannon, no surprise that some of the starters playing into the fourth quarter because there's always something to be said about being game ready or physically in shape. And considering how many games they've only had to play a half of football, you got to get those guys those extra reps.
Yeah, and now they're going to have to take a bye week because they'll be in the top four. So, like you said, and now the JV offense is going to come out. So the starters are out. So they're going to get the JV offense will get the ball first and 10 on the 11-yard line.
As it stands entering this week of play, Indian Valley sat second in Region 15 out of Division 4. New Lexington undefeated. The New Lexington Panthers at 9-0. They'll be rounding out their year against Division 3 Sheridan, though. That's going to be a heck of a matchup in Week 10. It'll be O'Connor who lines up at quarterback. Direct read off the right side, tries to cut back up the middle and nowhere to go as he is slammed down at the line of scrimmage. That New Lexington-Sheridan matchup tomorrow, Shannon, that's going to be one heck of a game.
Yeah, that's Sheridan's up to Division 3 now, so that's got big points all over it.
As of right now for Indian Valley obviously it's all, like we said, with projections out of their Region 15. We do know, again, that they will be getting that bye week in the first round. A loss today, with the win, obviously will lock up that bye. With a loss today, there was still a very good likelihood that they would have secured the bye, but up big here and looking to cap this one off. It'll be a handoff up the middle. I believe that's Bronco Braun with nowhere to go. Actually, take it back.
I think it's Bodie
Raymond. Raymond, I believe, got back to the line of scrimmage. So with that bye week on tap, it's hard to tell, but there's a lot of good teams in that region, Shannon, that they could end up meeting. There's a potential chance they could be meeting a tough Philo team, Johnstown, Circleville, Heath, a bunch of different teams that they could be eventually playing in their first playoff matchup.
Yeah, it's playoff time, and now they narrow it down to 12 teams. It only gets tougher.
For the Mustangs, give you an update as to where they might be in their region. O'Connor out of the shotgun. Reed off the left side at the 10. Grabbed at the waist. Spinning forward. Still on his feet at the 5. Line trying to drive him forward. Whistles finally sound. A 7-yard pickup. And that will bring it to fourth down. For Claymont, Division 5. And in Region 17. Another tough region. South Range, obviously sitting in that region. Liberty out of Youngstown up there. Berkshire as well. Edison from Richmond, Ohio. Some potential playoff matchups that they could be running into. But again, the great story there, them returning to the postseason for the first time since 1992. Shotgun again, 2 running backs in the backfield, and Reesner and Raymond with O'Connor. O'Connor will go off the left side, gets a couple lead blocks, hit at the 5, spins forward, and he'll fall down at about the 3-yard line. Be very close to a first down on that 4th down carry. We'll wait and see what the official call is. And it looks like the Braves defense will be coming out, so I think Indian Valley getting stopped just about a yard short. So Claymont will start off deep in their own territory. See if Coach Buddy White and company also go with the second team offense.
If you're in the Twin City area and you're looking for some daycare, look up Twin City Kids. They can get daycare all day long, or if you need somewhere for your kids to go after school, check them out.
A lot of importance being able to take your kid somewhere that you can trust to, and always got a lot of positive positive reviews from Twin City Kids. Mustangs come out on offense. Looks like Golick still out there at quarterback. He'll line up in his own end zone. Has a running back to his right in Hersey. 2-by-1. Golick turns, hands it off. Hersey is met immediately and taken down. He might have fallen forward for about a yard gain, and grabbing him that time from the edge, freshman Braxton Van Fossen.
Yeah, just a nice tackle right there.
No gain there for Hersey. 4th carry of the ball game. 5:50 to go on the game clock. Of course, you can tune in tomorrow for more rivalry week action. As we got you covered, the TMK Valley Propane Big Z Sports Show just after 5 at 99.9 and 100.9 FM. Before we get you out to the field, Crater Stadium, the Dover Crimson Tornadoes host the New Philadelphia Quakers in the 122nd meeting, one of Ohio's oldest rivalries. It will be at home for Dover, obviously, this year. You can tune in with the Dover Crew broadcast at 100.9 FM and the New Philadelphia broadcast at WJER.com. Hersey up the middle, cutback lane, and he'll be spun down at the 7-yard line. Pickup of 4. Then here at 99.9 and on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel, the Ridgewood Generals play host to the Garraway Pirates. A lot of eyes out of the IVC will be on that, what always is a classic showdown.
Well, a lot of eyes from both of those teams' regions will be on that game, because like you said, a lot of points, a lot of implication on seedings from that game.
We also have you covered on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel as the Strasburg Tigers hit the road, and they'll take on the TCC Saints from Art Tyner Field in New Philadelphia. And we'll have the Tusky Valley Trojans home at Zorville for their senior night, taking on the Sandy Valley Cardinals, again live streaming on our YouTube channel. Shotgun for Golick, running back to his right. Straight drop for Golick at his goal line. Heaves it down the left side. Jump ball. Jinx goes up and can't quite haul it in as the Indian Valley defenders knock it away. Adler Sell back there and rips it out of the hands of Jinx, the big wide receiver for the Mustangs. That's a heck of a defensive play.
Yeah, nice job right there. Some other games that we have going on in our area tomorrow. We have Malvern traveling to East Canton. Conotton Valley will travel to Matthews, but what do they call that school?
I don't remember,
I can't remember what it's called. Carrollton travels to Minerva. Tuslaw at Fairless. Harrison Central at Buckeye Local are some of the games on tap in our area tomorrow.
I'll tell you where Matthews is from here momentarily as McMorrow will punt it away. Indian Valley returner will get away from it as it'll roll past midfield as TC Cannon sees it roll all the way back to the Indian Valley 42. That's where they'll take over. 3.5 minutes showing on the clock. Shannon obviously just going to be looking to run the clock out and advance on. Another perfect undefeated season for Indian Valley. Back-to-back undefeated seasons for the Braves. And obviously, last year's undefeated one, a little extra special meaning. First state championship in T-County history. You know, obviously a lot of things still need to happen. Postseason still coming up. Job definitely not done for Indian Valley.
No, and like you said, Coach Lancaster coming this year, they used the motto, stay hungry. You know, they told the boys this year, you don't get to live off of what last year's team did. You got to create your own legacy.
Matthews, by the way, that Conotton Valley's taking on tomorrow out of Vienna, the Matthews Mustangs.
That's right, the Vienna sausage people.
Shotgun running back either side of O'Connor at quarterback for Indian Valley. I hope no one from Matthews heard that. Snap goes back into the hands there of O'Connor, hands it off. Raymond looks for room, breaks into the second level, and now he's back past the safeties up to the 45-yard line. Pick up that time of 13. Nice carry for Raymond.
Yeah, Raymond did a nice job right there. First it started with O'Connor getting the snap, kind of went a little high on him, but he was able to get it clean, and he got it down to Raymond, and Raymond, he got a little bit of speed to him, made a nice little cut right there.
Ball at the 45-yard line of Claymont. Of course, coming up will be our Dumont Sporting Goods post-game show, and we'll hand out our McInturf Realty Player of the Game when we get that figured out. I don't know if we've determined that yet, Shannon.
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to figure it out myself, but I don't have a vote yet because there's quite a few people.
And O'Connor will take the snap and take a knee at midfield. So Indian Valley going to cap off their perfect season, 42-7. Some of those extra wrinkles on offense, obviously feeling pretty good about that if you're Indian Valley, because there's a couple things you can go to the well for if you need to down the road. But again, another phenomenal defensive night for the Braves. You remember when we did the halftime report, Claymont sat at about 128 yards. Right now, 155 yards as a team. The Braves defense gave up almost nothing this second half.
Yeah, and I hate to say it, that's what we said in the pregame. The Mustang offense had to find a way to get rolling. They did a nice job, in the first, couple drives of moving the ball around. They kind of just stumbled a little bit, and that's kind of where it's been all year. Their defense has played stingy most of the games and kept them in it, but the offense has got to find a way to move the ball, and it's going to get extremely hard come playoff time.
It was a tie ball game at the end of the first quarter, 7-7. Indian Valley rattles off 35 unanswered to pick up the win tonight, as O'Connor will take, I believe, at least one more knee before we will officially see this one out to the very end. Now, if you're the Mustangs, where do you think you're going to want to look to regroup before you get to the postseason?
I think you got to really work on your offense. You got to find a way to move the ball and use all of your playmakers.
Final time kneeing down for O'Connor, and Indian Valley keeps their win streak on Claymont alive and remains undefeated. We'll move on to the Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show here live at 99.9 and on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. Stay tuned. We've got a full rundown of the stats, and we'll name our McInturf Realty Player of the Game. Braves win 42-7. Back right after this.
Hungry? Swing by Tusky Deli, right in the heart of Tusky. They have the lowest prices on deli meats and cheeses, a fully stocked freezer and cold food section, and delicious grab-and-go sandwiches, wraps, salads, and more. And now, every Friday, they are firing up their brand new pizza oven for made-to-order pizzas that are hot, fresh, and unforgettable. Stop in, stock up, and taste the savings. Check out everything they offer by finding the Tusky Deli on Facebook. Tusky Deli, local, fresh, affordable.
USP Sandblasting and Painting specializes in sandblasting, painting, high-quality graphics, decals, banners, and signs. Whether you have a one-time job or a company that needs multiple graphics, USP provides their design services to create the attention-grabbing designs tailored to fit your needs. For 38 years, USP has provided their customers with high-quality sandblasting and painting services. To hear all USP Sandblasting and Painting has to offer, call 740-254-9061.
When you think pizza, think Amici's Pizza with locations in West Lafayette and Chenaden-Hutton. Amici's Pizza offers you your favorite traditional pizzas, as well as specialty pizzas, subs, wings, and salads. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. There's just something different about a pizza from Amici's. Try one today in West Lafayette or Chenaden-Hutton. Big city taste for a small city price. Learn more. Find Amici's on Facebook.
Hi, this is Zarek with Dover Philly Heating and Cooling. How healthy is the air you breathe? When air quality outside is bad, you can breathe easy inside your home with air purifiers, high-quality air filtration, and other fine products from Dover Philly Heating and Cooling. We are your local trained comfort specialist in downtown Dover, providing 24-hour emergency service since 1981. For all your home comfort needs, call us at 330-343-5511. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
The Tuscarawas County dairy farmers want you to know that low-fat chocolate milk is a great choice for student-athletes and hard workers. It provides the nutrition needed after practices, games, or a hard day at work, and it tastes great. Low-fat chocolate milk is packed with carbohydrates for energy, proteins to repair muscles, fluids to rehydrate, plus vitamins and minerals to help build strong bones and bodies. It's the official beverage of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Tuscarawas County Dairy Farmers. Farms, family, food.
The American Professional Truck Driving School by Buckeye Career Center.
offers hands-on CDL training and expert-led classroom instruction to prepare you for success. Already trained elsewhere? No problem. Complete testing on-site at U.S. America CDL Test Center by Buckeye Career Center. Register for training or to take your CDL test by calling today. Get the skills, get certified, get on the road with Buckeye Career Center.
Are you a compassionate caregiver looking for a career with purpose? Second Family Home Care and Support Services is now hiring home health aides and STNAs. We offer competitive wages, flex time scheduling, and employment rewards because we believe in supporting the people who support others. Start your journey with a company that truly cares. Visit careers.secondfamily.com to apply today or contact them at 740-462-3152.
The Sarchone name has always been known for truck sales, and once you see our inventory, you'll understand why. At Sarchone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Dalton, you'll find the largest selection of new trucks and SUVs in the area. Shop our inventory at SarchoneCDJR.com or stop in and visit us on the corner of Route 30 and Route 94 in Dalton. Sarchone Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Get your own at Sarchone.
Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has just what you're looking for, so your athlete has the best gear for the sports they play. Dumont's has a large apparel selection and can handle your customized screen printing as well as embroidery for your team or business. For sporting goods and for all your apparel needs, Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has everything you want to play and look your best.
Hey, wake up. New drinks just dropped at Wendy's. Cold foam, cold brew coffee, and sparkling energy. Both the caramel and the chocolate cold foam are just, so good. And the pineapple citrus and cherry limeade sparkling energy each have 80 to 120 milligrams of added caffeine. So whether you need a treat first thing or to just stop yawning already, mornings hit different. To pick up a new pick-me-up, gotta be Wendy's. At participating U.S. Wendy's.
All the talks we've had over the years, including what you've told me about not using alcohol and other drugs, they stick with me. And believe it or not, they really do make a difference, especially at times that matter most.
Hey, want a drink?
No thanks, I'm good. So thank you, Dad, for talking and preparing me for what's ahead.
Thank you for talking.
For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov
or go to empowertusk.com.
This is Brian Williams, commercial lender with the First National Bank of Denison. The day you decided to open your business, you planted the seed. As your roots become stronger, the First National Bank of Denison is here to help your business grow. Strong businesses make strong communities, and because we live, work, and raise our families here, your business benefits us all. Whether you need more space, equipment, or inventory, come see us today for your next business loan. We are a local bank with local decision makers, and your success is our greatest reward. At the First National Bank of Denison, we have our roots where others have their branches. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Every day begins with purpose. Every job begins with precision. At Rightmark Roofing, we don't just install roofs. We build trust and forge relationships. We understand that your roof is more than just materials. It's protection. It's peace of mind. That's why we use high-quality products and expert craftsmanship. With a sharp focus, our team is always ready to hit the mark. Call Rightmark Roofing. Let's build a future that stands strong.
Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio, the Dumont Sporting Goods post-game show. And hopefully you jumped over here from 99.9 WTUC. Technical difficulties. Everyone's got to love some live radio. 42-7, Indian Valley caps off a perfect season as Shannon, always a touching thing. They are getting to do their senior walk, and what better way to do that on another undefeated season and, of course, heading to the postseason again.
Yeah, they're heading to the postseason, but right now they're getting ready to make a lot of moms cry, and dads get a little choked up, but they won't cry because they're here with all their buddies. But
they'll wait till they go home.
But it's great right here as you watch all the seniors walk, and then every sport, everything drops off, and then the seniors finish down at the goal line. But like I said, both teams headed to the playoffs. It looks to be they both got some things to clean up, but as a rivalry week, I don't know why that word's so hard to say.
Dude, I have the same problem.
After the backyard brawl between these two schools, it's a great atmosphere on a Thursday night, but somebody had to lose, and tonight the Braves come out on top.
Both teams will be playing in the postseason. Claymont in Week 11, Indian Valley Week 12. As with the win, Indian Valley pretty much 100% wraps up their first-round bye. Will finish in the top 4 in their region. Claymont will wait and see who their opponent is going to be after the games are concluded tomorrow. Looking at the final stat line, Indian Valley outgained Claymont 383 to 155. Grady Kinsey, 15 carries, 149 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Shannon, overall, in terms of his body of work, kind of limited in terms of the total yardage, but still 4 touchdowns for him. And given how they were spreading the ball out tonight, another standout performance for the senior running back.
Yeah, outstanding performance. Like I said, he still only played about 2.5 quarters, had 4 touchdowns, 150 yards. A lot of people would take that every game, but he's used to a lot more than that, and people's used to seeing him have a lot more than that, so they put big expectations on him, and at the end of the day, he's only ever worried about the win, and, I'm just watching Kyler Vossick out there as he's doing a senior walk on crutches. He's got a boot on, so, all-around bad night for Kyler as he got hurt right there, and hopefully everything comes out and he'll be okay.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, but you knew you weren't keeping him away from his senior walk for sure. For Riker Williams, the junior quarterback for the Braves, 13 carries, 109 yards, had a rushing touchdown. Also 6 for 10 through the air with 64 yards, had a passing touchdown as well. Was picked off once, but Riker, a lot of pressures from the defensive line as well. Things you just come to expect from Frank, as you would say, on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, Frank just does an outstanding job. He's another generational athlete. A lot of times, he plays on a very good football team with a lot of great teammates. He kind of in the shadow of Grady a little bit, but Grady will tell you that a lot of his successes is because of Frank, and Frank just does an outstanding job at quarterback.
Well, that's something that I think both of these athletes that we just talked about there, who had the big nights on offense for Indian Valley, they would probably pass some of that credit off to other people, including and mainly that offensive line, who again tonight really dominated the trenches from start to finish.
Yeah, they did an outstanding job. They were down one of their leaders on the offensive line, as we talked earlier, as Titan Peterman's injured, and hopefully he gets healed up and he'll be back for a Week 12 game. And, they had to have somebody step in that role. Everybody has to adjust their play a little bit, but all around after about the first series or two, they finally got on a roll when they did what they did all year long.
With that in mind, with that offensive line play being so good, you and I are going to go an interesting route to cap off our McInturf Realty Player of the Game nod here as a part of our Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show. Shannon, it's somebody who we didn't talk about at all tonight, and really, if he's doing his job right, you shouldn't be talking about him.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a very important job, and he had no mistakes at his job tonight. Did a nice job up front blocking, and he's the reason why we're going that way.
Senior center Carter Neff will be our McInturf Realty Player of the Game. I don't think we said anything about bad snaps all night. There was a couple, maybe slightly high ones, but overall, Carter, is somebody who had to slot in and had some huge shoes to fill this year, with Hunter Peterman obviously graduating. And I'd say Neff, his growth from Week 1 till now, it's gone miles, and it's done a lot for this Indian Valley team.
Yeah, I mean, clear up until their first scrimmage, maybe their first game, they really didn't know who the center was going to be. And Carter Neff kind of got into that role, and he's embraced it all year long. Like you said, he came into a position that was held by Hunter Peterman for 2 years. He had a fill-in, and he's done a nice job, and he had a good game tonight, and outstanding performance for him.
Yeah, come on, folks. You knew it was going to a senior.
and we like to give it to the linemen. We like to show the linemen love, just like his quarterback and his running back does. They say good things about their offensive line all the time, and they'd like to see them get shirts too. And the plus side is, with that offensive line so small, we have shirts for them.
It should fit them. Carter's a little bit bigger on that side of the offensive line, though. We'll hope that it will still fit him. Well, seniors continue to walk across the field here in Janayton on senior night, And we will be back coming up tomorrow live at 99.9 and on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel at WJER 100.9 FM and WJER.com. We have you covered all across the board for Rivalry Week. And again, our entire broadcast scheduled tomorrow. New Philadelphia crosses the river to take on Dover in the 122nd meeting. You can catch it 100.9 FM or WJER.com. Here at 99.9 and on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel, the Ridgewood Generals host the Garaway Pirates live from West Lafayette. Also on YouTube, Strasburg in town to take on TCC from Art Tyner Field, and the Sandy Valley Cardinals will head to one of the other valleys in Tusky Valley from Zorville live on our YouTube channel. Shannon, looking forward to some more Rivalry Week action tomorrow. See, I do it too.
Yeah, we're going to have to get to Week 11, so we don't have to say that word no more, but it's going to be an exciting Week 10, and follow Big Z Sports on YouTube. Follow us on social media. We'll have everything covered tomorrow night.
And we look forward to seeing you at a field. Final score, Indian Valley tops Claymont 42-7. Playoff bound for both those schools, and more Week 10 action on the way tomorrow. For everyone from Big Z Sports who was here tonight, the entire Claxon Communications crew, and for Shannon Thomas, I'm Nick McWilliams. Don't go anywhere, Z Country. We'll be back at a high school again near you soon.
Thanks for watching this Claxon Communications production of High School Sports on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. For the latest news and scores, follow Big Z Sports on Facebook, on Twitter at @Big_Z Sports, and on Instagram. Don't miss any of the live stream coverage all season long by simply subscribing for free to Big Z Sports on our YouTube channel. For the best in high school sports coverage, there is only one Big Z Sports.